Professor Pedicure, what you seen? Borrowed a rumor, call it a dream. Used to jump names with a shaky hand. Try to step in where you don't stand.
You circle facts like a hungry fly. Make up a frame, then you wink and lie. Picked at a man just to get some shine, but everybody sees through your line.
All that gloss, all that pose, fake little stories for the front row. You want the camera, want the blame. Say my name, then hide your shame.
Professor Pedicure always needs a little more. Professor Pedicure look in vain at the schoolhouse door. Talk big, act pure, but the whole room knows for sure. Professor Pedicure,
You're not what you claim anymore. License came in slow and cheap, but from the welfare line, that's what you reap. Books on the shelf, but you never read. Just recycle talk and call it lead.
yeah, you love a scene when the crowd is near. Dress up the noise, make a fuss appear. But when the truth walks in, you fold all that education, counterfeit gold.
All that gloss, all that pose, fake little stories for the front row. You want the camera, want the blame. Say my name, then hide your shame.
Professor Pedicure always needs a little more. Professor Pedicure look in vain at the schoolhouse door. Talk big, act pure, but the whole room knows for sure. Professor Pedicure,
You're not what you claim anymore.
hands off him, let him breathe. You don't get power from a cruel disease. You want relevance, want a cage, but truth don't fit your costume stage.
Step back. Watch that. Your mask cracks.
We see that Professor Pedicure always needs a little more. Professor Pedicure look in vain at the schoolhouse door. Talk big, act pure, but the whole room knows for sure. Professor Pedicure,
You're not what you claim anymore.
no one like her. No one buys the show. Professor Pedicure, now everybody knows.
Front desk open midnight shift.
Mariah walks in with another tall tale twist. Mariah at the hotel, badge clipped sideways, selling wild stories through the slow weekdays. Says a purple sheet got them ported by your king, then changes the details with every bell ring. Housekeeping heard it, concierge knew. She claimed the mini bar was painted royal blue. A suitcase full of rumors, a smile too wide. Every hallway turn got a brand new side. She says, believe me, I saw it myself. While the truth gets checked on the lost and found shelf.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Mariah's got the story that she swears is enough. Purple sheet, tall tales, hotel room thugs.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Everybody knows when the legend gets spun. She adds 3 more chapters before she is done.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Mariah talks big, but the facts don't show up. She told room 12 that the moon paid rent. Said the night clerk vanished through a peppermint vent. Claimed a purple sheet could predict checkout. Then blamed the elevator when the math came out. Manager says, Mariah, please keep it straight. She says, I'm just protecting the hotel's great name. But the lobby went quiet when she raised that flag with a velvet purple sheet in a laundry bag. She says, believe me, I saw it myself. While the truth gets checked on the lost and found shelf.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Mariah's got the story that she swears is enough. Purple sheet, tall tales, hotel room thugs.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Everybody knows when the legend gets spun. She adds 3 more chapters before she is done.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Mariah talks big, but the facts don't show up. No names on the book and no proof in the file. Just a purple sheet and a practice smile. She could turn one room into 24. By the time she hits the lobby, there are 20 more. Double kick thunder when she storms through the hall. Heavy bass shaking every framed hotel wall. She says the sheets came from a secret parade, but the laundry tag says Tuesday, grade A. Mariah, slow down, let the truth check in. Stories need a key before they can begin. Still she winks at the bellman, grabs a cup and spins one final tale. The whole town's in on it.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Mariah's got a story that she swears is enough. Purple sheet, tall tales, hotel room thugs.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Everybody knows when the legend gets spun. She has 3 more chapters before she is done.
Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
Mariah talks big, but the facts don't show up. Front desk closed, last room a pack. Purple sheet folded, truth check back. Mariah waves as the night shift shrugs. Snaps, straps, and butt plugs.
No. True crime, Dago and the TruCrime Cafe, the last 24 all day. Pavarotti, harsh reality, truth and transparency. Jules, true crime reactions, eyes wide. Hildreth investigates, won't slide. We read the blood in the paper, we trace the light of the maker. Every cover-up starts to shake. When the facts awake, we won't stop till the truth breaks through. We won't stop till the truth comes through. Exposing every lie day after day. We won't stop till the truth stays. Till the truth stays. Amber Vance with the thread in hand. Travis T. Logic, make it understand. Glitch DNA in the case file glow. Tearing them apart, let the details show. Idaho 4, every name we speak. Delphi, Karen Reed, we stay on the streak. Every contradiction, every hidden door. We're kicking it open, asking for more. No polished smile can save you. No silence gets to save you. If the story bends for power, we come back louder. We won't stop till the truth breaks through. We won't stop till the truth comes through. Exposing every lie day after day. We won't stop till the truth stays. facts in the dark. We drag them into day. Every mask, every mark gets stripped away. Corruption in every way. We name it plain till the last false word. It's gone in the rain. We won't stop till the truth breaks through. We won't stop till the truth comes through. Exposing every lie day after day. We won't stop till the truth stays.
All right, all you beautiful people, welcome back to the cafe. How are you today? It is great to see you all. We are going to come back in here today. Guys, we're going to finish out that crazy, ignorant interview that we did yesterday. We have another one and discuss some other things as well. So come on in, grab a seat, get up your feet, grab your cup, fill it up. Let's get into this mix and do what we do so very well. Thank you all for joining us today. Make sure to hit the like button if you will. Share it out. Let everybody know what we're doing. And well, you know how we do this. Let's kick this thing off and get moving now. Here we go.
Rolling up on the scene. Dago's got that stare red light on the screen. Pouring up truth every damn day. Names, faces, dates, we don't look away. Pin maps, cold files on the wall. String runs tight from the big shots, his halls. You feel that chill when he says that name. Someone's shadow, someone's shame. True Crime Cafe, he's serving the proof. Hot cup of pain, cold steel of the truth. Seeking justice, seeking reality. Voice for the voiceless, he speaks for the street. True Crime Cafe, every single day. Pulling on the threads till they all give way. Corruption in the veins, he's calling it out. No way, no peace till justice is found.
darkest stories are served here.
What's up, peeps? How we doing today, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing day and just being the beautiful people you are, because that is what you are. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Um, Today, guys, we're gonna finish out that horrible interview that we watched half of yesterday. Pick it apart, break it down. Maybe not as long. Um, Go through another interview possibly and talk about some other things as well. So I'm grateful to have you all here with us today. Thank you to my amazing and wonderful moderator for taking time out of their day to join us. As always, appreciated. I will go ahead and give you guys the link to join me to discuss these things as well, should you choose. Um, and that being said, guys, make sure to hit the like button. Please, if you will, share this out. Hit the notification bell, that way you don't miss anything. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do. We have plenty of room for you here. If you want to become a member and jump in that pot with the rest of us in that awesome sauce and help us spill that sauce every single day that we do, we got plenty of room for you there too. So please feel free. Come on in, guys. Welcome. And let's see who we got in the house today. Hildreth investigates and reacts. Mr. Dylan, welcome back, buddy. Sugar Pusher, welcome. Great to see you. The Blue-Eyed Butterfly, welcome back to you. One Maiden Nut, good to see you. Eddie, thank you for joining us today, brother. Excuse me, Liz Bear, great to see you. Ms. Rowe, welcome. Great to see you. Batshit Crazy back in the house today, welcome back to you. Miss Sammy, welcome. Great to see you. UK Jacques, welcome to you. Great to see you today. Miss Tomboy is flying on in. Great to see you, Tomboy. Thanks for joining us. Bubbles in the house. Welcome back as always. Thank you for being here. Miss Michelle F., welcome back. Great to see you. Lala, great to see you today. Julie W., welcome back to you. Thank you for joining us. Lisa Winchester, always wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining us. Mocha, welcome back. It's been a minute. Great to see you. Pretty much Finland back in the house today as well. Morgan Peters, great to see you today too. Tara Busha, welcome back to you. Great to see you today. Simply Solo, welcome Yinzal. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Jay's Amaze, welcome back to you today as well. Thank you for joining us. Miss Tandy's in the house. I don't know for how long, but there she is, and great to see her. Thank you for being here. Miss Luthi, welcome back, dear. Good to see you today. Becca, good to see you, Miss Becca. I hope you're doing well and things are getting better for you. Okie dokie, Miss Lisa, good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. As Dick, wonderful to see you. Thank you for being here. Same to you, Deb Tudoro. Thank you for joining us. Self-help this. Welcome back to you, Miss Cat K. Wonderful to see you, dear. Thank you for being here. I think I got just about everybody. Blue-Eyed Butterfly already dropping some jewels for us. That's awesome. And thank you so much. Jen Seven stopping by. Great to see you, Miss Jen. Thank you for joining us. Excuse me. Skilla's in the house. Great to see you, Skilla. Double J, Double P. Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Miss Tara, welcome. Always a pleasure. Great to see you today. Rogue Knox, welcome back. Great to see you as well. Realize, Analyze, our Jersey girls in the house. Good to see you. Miss Sophie, welcome back to you. Let me see. All right. Thank you, Miss Jen. Baby Ames, wonderful to see you today. Thank you for joining us, as always. Wave Ether, welcome back to you. In Stitch is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. The Good Troll, welcome back. Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Eric A, welcome back. Pedro's in the house. Giggity, my friend, and thank you for being here. Liz Bear, Mackenzie Ray, welcome to you as well. And thank you, Miss Jen, for posting that. Again, guys, never ever expected from anyone, but anybody that said choose to donate to us, and the platform. It is so very much welcome and so very much appreciated. Anybody that donates via these Cash Apps, Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App, every dime of that is going to help us to get into our new home. Hopefully soon, if we can get to that point. So thank you all so very much for that. For those of you that choose to do it, again, never expected. You don't need to do that to be here. All we ask is that you hit the like button and share it out and just be here and hang out with us. That's all that we really truly ask. So thank you for anybody that does want and choose to do that. It is so very much appreciated again. Thank you. Thank you. Karma Police, welcome back. Great to see you today. Thank you, Miss Jen. Let me see. Did I hit anybody at the bottom down here? Yes. Oh, the meatballs in the house today. Thank you for being here. Always appreciated. All right, we're almost at that down at the bottom. I don't think I see anybody else jumping in yet, at least that I have missed, and I don't want to. Yeah, their notes aren't supposed to go up until I think it's the first Saturday of every month. We do it here, unless they had a misfire or something. You know what I mean? Or they had a problem with the system that they had to test it for. 'Cause there ain't no bad weather that I've seen. Marty Fodrell, welcome back. Great to see you. Miss Cassie, the sassy one, welcome, dear. Welcome, welcome. Homeboy does not sit still ever. Mountain Mama, good to see you. Miss Amber Rise, welcome to you. Great to see you. CAO Kane, welcome back, dear. Patricia Powell, same to you. UK Claire, welcome. Great to see you today. Kiss Me Where I Pee, hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. Pinto Sack, welcome to you. Gladys Kravitz, welcome. Miss Carolyn Prestage, welcome back to you. In my mind's eye, great to see you today. I guess so, Cassie. Judy Studios, welcome, dear. Good to see you today. Sammy93, welcome, welcome. I think I already said hello, but actually, happy Dagoversary, Miss Sammy, on a month already. That is amazing and awesome, and thank you. The Jeebs is in the house. Kalada Hope, welcome. Welcome back, Jeebs. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for being here, as always. I think that's just Jackie. Great to see you. I think I said hi to you too. There's a couple Jackies in here. I get confused on them sometime. Mystic Sin, welcome. Great to see you. Um, Donna 7 of 9, welcome. Witchy Who, how are you? Good to see you, dear. Miss Catherine Genovese, good to see you. Oh, uh-oh. That's not cool. I didn't see any bad weather on the radar thing that I was watching a little bit ago. That's wild. Okay, then be careful, Bubs. Be careful. Please be careful. Wade Bird, good to see you. It's been a minute. Great to have you in the house. Thank you for joining us. All right. I think that is everybody. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us. Again, wonderful to have you all here in the house with us today as we break this stuff down and keep pushing forward with this insanely wild case, trying to get some real answers out of it. We shall see. There is a link pinned for anybody that would like to join us. Thank you so much, Ms. Marty, for those jewels. God bless, dear. Miss Mertz in the house. Welcome back to one and only Mert. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the jewels again, Miss Marty. Very much appreciated. Very generous of you. Excuse me. And Manny thanks you as well. Let's see. Yes, thank you for the floating hearts as well. Happy poop. Yes, there you go. Flying trampolines. Be careful with those. I hope everybody's having an amazing day today. I hope you're all doing well, feeling good, living the life, the best life, I should say. I guess I just looked. The sky looks a little dark too. I didn't realize that, but I guess something is coming around. Just be careful, Bubs, please. Please be safe. Be careful. I know you will. All right. So there is a link pin. Dog Mom, welcome. Great to see you. There's a link pin if anybody would like to join us as we break this down and point out the fact that this is absolutely redonkulous. This the rest of this interview with Miss Kiva Bloxham. It's obvious what it was and what it is as they continue to do that. It's kind of interesting that they've now released these. Well, it's not that they've released them, but we've got people FOIA on these things. And that now we can see these now that Brian has filed for the post-conviction relief. There's going to be stuff like this flop all over the place now, I'm sure. Oh, good Lord. Be careful, Bubbles. Please be careful, dear. Moto Man in the house. Good to see you, brother. I hope we don't get none of that stuff. This way it doesn't look bad. That way it's a little strange, but let's hope everybody stays safe. Oh. Looks like we may have a guest already. Welcome, Miss Realize. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Sure. I'm glad to hear it. It's just me, so I figured, I'm still working, but I can listen and interact, so it affords me the multitasking.
No worries whatsoever.
So I figured also yesterday we got it all, all of us got through it together. So why not, of course, at least finished out this one that you're doing.
Right. Oh, Mystic Sin, thank you for that very much. Appreciated. One towards our goal already today. Thank you so much for the super chat and happy hump day to you as well, dear. God bless. Very much appreciated. Jesse Schul, welcome, my friend. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Let me check a couple things real fast before we get this moving. All right, another guest coming. Welcome, Mr. Schul. How are you today?
Man, I'm a little bit nervous, Dago.
Nervous, huh?
Yeah.
And Tomboy, welcome as well. What are you nervous for, Mr. Jesse?
I'm appearing on a prestigious program in about an hour to discuss the SEC.
Uh-oh.
Dylan's.
Prestigious,
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that'd be awesome. Excuse me. Very cool. Good stuff. That should be a great one. I will definitely.
I hope there's a few people. I hope there's a few people that are interested in football that are going to watch it. I don't know how big his channel is, but I can say one thing: if he does have a bunch of fans that are interested in football, they're going to be pretty shocked by some of the things that come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that doesn't surprise you. I think a lot of people are shocked at the things that come out of my mouth.
Right. Well,
Would you
we'll
say
see.
would you say so, Tomboy?
Possibly.
Right. Yeah, we'll see.
But
I'll just check.
Jesse, only in days that end in Y.
Yeah, like every day.
I haven't had any wine for a while, but I did have some food though. That's a big update.
I was gonna say, like, are we allowed to have solids now?
I had 3 steaks, 4 poached eggs, and a whole bunch of sautéed mushroom and onion for dinner.
Bro,
Good God, at one time?
Of
Yeah.
course, he hasn't eaten in 3 days, 4 days.
Usually that's like a bit of a disturbance in the digestive system.
My
After
body's
something like that.
used to it.
Yeah.
After, like, just having liquids and all of a sudden you have a big steak, like my body would be like, yeah, what are you doing? My body would fight
He
back.
does it so regularly. It's probably nothing to him.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
warned me about that, but I found that it was
It
not.
don't bother you. Yeah.
not a
No, that's
problem.
good though. That's good though.
I bet your meat.
I have.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dago.
I was just gonna say, I'll bet the meats over there are probably fresher, I would say, than what we have over this way, possibly.
I think all the beef I eat comes from Australia.
Oh well, okay, maybe not. Just thought because of where you're at, that'd be interesting.
That was my
Sure.
thought, actually. It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
I thought maybe that was why it was more, recognizable in the body. Yeah, I always do organic. I can't do when I'm cooking it and buying it has to be organic and it has to be like grass fed, stuff like that. Cause I notice a difference in different ways. So
We have a lot of Angus farms here in Ohio, and they claim that our beef comes from it's locally raised and all that stuff, but I don't know.
yeah, it's usually a lot more expensive, but when you do it right. But who knows anymore?
It's only expensive if you don't know somebody who raises beef to sell.
Yeah. Well, if we lived in Puerto Rico, like my husband's Puerto Rican, so his family have lived on farm in the mountains for many, many years, and they do all of that. So that'd be one way to get it fresh, but we're not in Puerto Rico, unfortunately. So, but other than that, there's not. I don't know anybody around here that wrangles anything. I'm in Jersey. I'm not too far from farms, but I wouldn't even know how to begin doing that unless I go to a butcher shop or something. I guess I'd have to do some research.
Yeah, butcher shops, they're not as expensive as people think they are.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not too bad. They're not too bad at all. Butcher shops you're better off going to, actually.
I would like to actually, once I get all this stuff settled and moved into our home and all that stuff, given some time, possibly do some kind of stocking up if I can, because we have a deep freezer and all that stuff. But supposedly, I would like to do that whole butcher shop thing and go around the grocers and all that stuff and go more fresh if I can. Less preservatives and all the. I know that the steroids and stuff still happen, but some of the places don't do it around here. They don't do it. It's all natural. So we'll see.
Yeah. See, Jesse, what you've done? Jesse got us talking about health food.
Tandy's cousin and her husband own a ranch that raise Angus beef.
Yeah, we have a few around here. And it's from my understanding is
yeah,
it's not super expensive. I have my old neighbor where I lived before I lived here. They used to go every year and would get a half a cow, and and then they'd freeze it. So
wow,
that
we've done that.
My parents did that when we were kids. I don't know where some kind of Amish place they would get it from when we were kids. And then one year we got lucky. We used to have a place here called Charlene Farms, and they would sell that type of stuff, and they shut down. I was pissed at that point. we had to start going back to the grocery stores, and it's so expensive right now, especially ground beef. I
Yeah,
don't understand it. I don't understand it.
it's crazy.
Chicken is cheaper around here than hamburger, and I was like, it used to be the opposite. You know what I mean? So it's weird. Welcome, Moonlight Musings. Good to see ya.
Yeah, Tandy's cousin on their ranch, they have like a bunkhouse where you can have like family reunions and stuff. They have ponds that you can fish in. They
Right?
have trails that you can go four-wheeling on.
Yes. I'm lucky. I have a few friends that still hunt pretty hardcore. So every year I usually get a decent little handoff of some venison and stuff like that. So
That's what I
I
was
love.
gonna say. Yeah,
Oh
my
my.
friend's husband used to hunt. He passed away recently, very unfortunate. But my best friend, they live out in North Carolina, and they're out there like literally living off the fat of the land. And they would have deer
Yeah.
meat. They
Way
would
to do it.
have it made in have it made into all kinds of things, to lunch meat, to steaks, or even like the cheesesteak kind of steak, or
Yes. Yes.
jerky and stuff. Yeah, they would
Venison
love
steak
that.
is probably one of the best things I've ever had because it's so lean but so good. Trail bologna, deer jerky, all of that. We love it. I love it all. My wife
Elk,
does not. She won't eat it.
elk is the best.
I've had that once.
Yeah, elk
Never
sausage.
had elk.
Elk sausage is the best.
I had elk jerky. It was pretty good.
I like elk like chops, like big, like
Pork,
look like
Where do you
Yeah.
get elk chops? Like, do you have to live in the Midwest or something? Like, because like over here in Jersey, I've never heard such a thing.
we don't.
yeah.
Well, because
they
I
don't
don't
sell
think
them at
they
the
have
grocery
elk
store.
running around Jersey.
maybe the mountains of New Jersey, like way up in New York or something, but like definitely not over here. Yeah,
I know they have elk in upstate New York. So yeah.
yeah, that's probably where they would get that delicacy. We have no
This
clue. We have to
this
travel.
this statement right here is on point and then some. If you are anywhere near or in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the produce is beyond what you could ever along with any meat you were to get. There's a couple Amish butcher shops out there that I'm telling you right now, everything is be like the best. Absolutely the best. There's no steroid, none of that shit is in there. Everything is absolutely natural and the baked goods, all of it. Anything comes out of Lancaster
Oh,
is
Lancaster's
beyond
great. People make special
amazing.
trips there. Yeah.
They
And but
do.
thankfully, we have a few Amish markets around here where they kind of take what's from Lancaster, and they have these little shops that they have on the weekends from like, usually it's a Friday, a Thursday to a Saturday. They'll have
Right.
them. Yeah.
I have kind of the problem that Eddie has. It's just not me. He said I couldn't hunt. I find spiders, put them outside. When I wish I could do that. I have to smash them because I'm petrified of them. But if it came down to hunting to survive, I'd voluntarily die of starvation.
I
See,
know.
my wife doesn't like that. That's why I don't hunt anymore like I used to when I was younger because she's not. You can't kill Bambi. She just doesn't
Yeah.
deal with that. So
I can understand that. That's how I feel about. I would never be able to do that.
right,
The
Lancaster
fine,
is
fine
awesome.
wine guy. Am I the fine wine guy?
Yes, you are the fine wine guy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
won't
That's
kill Bambi,
awesome,
but
Morgan.
I won't kill Bambi, but in Texas, damn it, I'm gonna kill Pumbaa.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, the
You
pigs.
better
The
before
pigs.
they try to kill you. Yeah,
Oh, I heard
Yeah, they go.
they cry. I heard they cry. They
they're
go.
mean.
They go.
Those things, they're mean.
Dago has seen them. He's seen them. We've had visitors. They have demolished our yard.
They're mean as
Um,
hell.
It's not a
Yeah,
trap.
Pumbaa.
but you can. But they're wild. So there's an overabundance of them, and then you have these new communities that are being built, and they're pushing them out to that outer areas.
Yeah.
When my
But-
son first went in the army, they had to do one of their training things was they had to go out in the woods and get dropped off and do like a 3-day survival thing. They had to dig a hole and sleep in the hole and all this fun stuff. And his whole platoon got attacked by wild boars. Literally, like they stormed them and like these guys were running all over the place. They had to shoot them all, which worked out well for them because they went into their whole survival thing. But they were like coming left and right, like were pushed at him or something. He said there was like 15 or 20 of them, and they all.
Yeah,
I didn't know
they're usually in packs of like 30.
Yeah, there was a lot. He said it freaked him out. He'd never seen anything like that. He's seen pigs growing up around here, but those things were like freaking out, like driving at people and like trying to go. I was like, Jesus Christ, okay, welcome, Sharner. But
They have
they used them.
they have the tusks on them. That's what
Yeah.
they use to.
I thought they were
hurt
called.
people.
That's what I told him, like razorbacks, and he was like, I don't know what the hell they are. They're just crazy pigs, and I was like, well, good luck,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're wild boars, but if
Right.
you ever take a jaunt, okay, you
Welcome,
have a
Sarge.
yield sign. If you take a jaunt anywhere down the Trinity River here in the DFW area, they're all over.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I've heard Texas is loaded with them.
Louisiana's, I think, is worse.
He was, but the way he was talking to me about it, he was freaked. Like they were all freaked out. They had never seen anything like that, which I never have either. Until I, saw what you showed me and stuff like that. But and movies and stuff, you see this and that. But they helped in their survival training thing that they did. But it was still crazy. She said to be attacked by all like 30 pigs is wild, and they don't stop. You have to shut them down. They won't stop. You can't scare them away. You have to literally shut them down before they'll stop. They don't give up. So
Yeah, no. I mean, at that point, it's me. If it's me or you, when it comes to them,
yeah, right.
you going down. I mean, survival.
Yes,
In
absolutely.
that
I mean,
respect.
we're not in the metro, on the eastern portion of the DFW area, but we've had all sorts of friendly yard visitors over probably the last 10 years.
Welcome, Sarge.
We had like a 75 on our front
Gotcha.
lawn. We've had
Thanks, self-help.
donkeys. We've had
You guys have
the
wild
wild
donkeys.
boar. We've had. Well, I think these two donkeys managed to get out because a lot of the farms around here who have horses, they keep donkeys because the donkeys will kick the coyotes.
Take care, Sarge. Gotcha.
We have had cougars. Sean opened the front door one day and had a nice friendly little snake squirming up the front door.
Y'all
Yeah,
can
we've
keep
had.
that. Y'all can keep that.
What?
We don't get like wild. We get snakes and stuff, except for here. Of course, I have a Bigfoot and the Mothman out here. Spiders, coyotes, bear occasionally, wildcats, bobcats, or mountain lions and bobcats. We'll get both. But that's about as wild as it gets here.
That's too funny. I always said that Bigfoot is like probably one of those dudes like in hunting deer out in the woods somewhere, and he's got like the big outfit on and the camouflage, and somebody mistaken him for a Bigfoot.
Yeah. And snakes. We got snakes
I
too.
mean-
And I didn't, for the longest time, I didn't think we had rattlesnakes. And then we were down in Mahoning River fishing and doing, oh my God. I just lost my train of thought on what they were. We just talked about these last night, you guys. Tomboy, what were we talking about? They're not shrimp, they're the other, crawdads.
Oh yeah.
We were crawdad fishing and, we have riverbed rattlers. I didn't know that. And this thing, you heard that little rattly thing, and I'm like, what the hell? And there it was. I was like, oh, no. So yeah.
I've
got
been in
too.
Texas almost 21 years, and I have only ever seen one live armadillo. All the rest are on the side of the road dead, but one live armadillo that was in our front yard.
Go to Alabama. Like on the way into, as soon as we pulled in, I swear to God, it's like they know state lines or something. When we crossed over from Kentucky, and the first time I ever went there, into Huntsville, Alabama, they were running across the road, and there's like 30 of them on each side of the road, dead. I was like, Jesus, they're everywhere down there.
I was fishing last night, and I reached down to grab my extra pole that's on the ground, and I'll be damned if there wasn't a big old giant ass tarantula. Like, no, bitch, you can have both.
See, that's why you can stay in hell and I'll stay up here in boring ass Ohio. I don't do them fighters. I don't do them. No, no, no. All right, guys. So back to yesterday's. For those of you that were here, we jumped into this ignorant ass interview with Kiva Bloxham. Basically, from what we learned yesterday going up to this point, was that basically this girl, sound to me, at least I should say, seemed to be recruited by Professor Pedicure, and basically was part of her little group that she must have created, basically, hating on Brian Koberger and making fun of Brian Koberger and beating Brian Koberger down based off of his disabilities, and judging him and bullying him and so on and so forth, which was quite interesting to hear, almost word for word in some senses, that some of the things she said came out of Pedicure's mouth. So it's quite interesting. Welcome, Mittens. So,
or Snyder. I mean, come
or
on,
the other
he
one,
took her to coffee.
Professor Snyder. Yeah, which one of the biggest things I pulled out of yesterday's part of the interview is that she felt it was inappropriate for Brian Koberger to offer to take her somewhere for coffee. Okay, just meeting somebody new, free coffee. Would you like to have a cup of coffee with me? That's all he said, nothing more. And then, but you have this weird, old, creepy professor that's saying all these odd things to her to take her for coffee, but that's okay. But this guy wasn't. It's a joke.
So I couldn't help but think when I was hearing her speak yesterday about Brian and how he would continue talking to her and start up a conversation and trap her in a conversation. And then thinking back to the DMV video, and I would almost I'd be interested to play her comments and then play the DMV video and compare the two, because I don't think they comport at all. Because it seemed to me to be the absolute opposite. When the lady at the DMV was trapping Brian in a conversation, and it's not that I think Brian was trying to get away, but he certainly wasn't the aggressor in that. He was more the passive one in that conversation.
Yeah, he had to do the, for those of you that didn't notice it in the DMV video, Brian, welcome, Robert, unfortunately had to, and he wasn't doing it in a negative or a mean way, but he had to do the back away move. When you're having a conversation with somebody and you're trying to kind of get out of that conversation because you have things to do. I'm sure we've all done it at least once or twice, but you step back and you back up and you're I know, and you're not trying to be mean or rude. And that tells you that he thinks in that compassionate way. I don't want to be mean or rude to this woman, but I really got to get going. And you can't really stop the conversation because it's just rolling 80 miles an hour. And he had to pull that move to get out of that conversation and get out of that facility to get going. This is not somebody that is abnormal, that doesn't, I mean, granted, I'm sure in some aspects he doesn't get social cues, but at that point, he was the one that was seeming to needing to have to get out of that situation. No, there's nothing abnormal about any of that. So this is all a bunch of bullshit, guys, in my opinion.
Well,
it truly is.
I messaged my niece and I said, hey, when you were in college, did you have a lot of male TAs? And she said, no. And I said, well, why is that? And she said, because they're the ones that are most reported for sexual harassment on the female students. Because she said these girls will go up and try to flirt with these male TAs. And if they don't want to be any part of it, then these girls report them.
See? And it's not okay. It's just not okay.
No.
Not even close. Because then it puts people into a category that they don't deserve to be in, so on and so forth. So yeah. And
it also screws up the normal lifestyle of relations between females and males. So many guys just withdraw, and they're afraid to approach women now, because in the past, older men would tell you, if you want to get a date, you go out and you ask 100 women if they want to go out on a date with you. And most men would be scared. And then, you would get sort of mentored by other guys like, listen, you got to have the confidence. You got to go do it. You imagine trying that now? Could you even imagine?
No.
Imagine you you put to the third girl that you're asking out on a date and you're in jail for being a predator.
Exactly. That's what I mean. And that's what I think I said it yesterday. I may have, or if I meant to. I'm grateful that I'm not in the dating world nowadays. I'm grateful for, my relationship, my wife, my marriage, all of it, because I couldn't. Everything is so politically correct nowadays, or for lack of a better way to put it, but that you, like Jesse just said, the third time you try to ask somebody out on a date or something, you end up in jail for stalking or some other weird shit. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not the most knowledgeable, but I think that what they do nowadays is it's just Tinder and dating apps and just ever asking a girl out on a date would be the weirdest thing in the world for somebody.
They react to you in a strange way. I've actually heard that, Jesse, somewhere else. I can't remember.
So you would rather meet a stranger online that you don't have any idea who it might be, as opposed to somebody you may have spoken to previously, or are interested in, or whatever. You'd rather have no.
The other thing that's a common statistic that's tossed out there is that 90% of women are competing for the top 10% of men.
Yeah.
So 90% of women just are not interested in any men that aren't in the top 10%.
That's a fact now. Yeah, they have qualifications, and you have to be a certain type of guy now. It just doesn't.
So what does that mean? 90% of young men these days cannot have relations with women.
Yeah. No.
And what do you think that's going to lead to for society?
Power.
You can't play hard to get anymore. You can't give them a little run for the money. It's like,
well, if you're a guy that's a little bit overweight and you maybe don't look like a Ken doll right out of the gate, then you're just not going to qualify. And if you end up with your shit out of luck, you know what I'm saying?
I think the most common category is you got to make $100,000 a year or more. You got to have a good car, like a sports car or a flashy car. Anything under 6 feet tall. So I'm right away. I'm gone.
Oh yeah.
Under 6 feet tall. That's forget about it.
Yep.
Good shape, big muscle. You can, all that stuff.
No.
Good looking, money.
Yes.
And you have to be overly complimentary.
Oh yeah. Yes. Very much so.
Yeah. No, that's an unrealistic person. That's a wholly fake person, practically.
Like I said,
that's
and
what is that?
They're also trying to create them too. Realize with new scientific methods of. I've read something a long time back about people going to I don't even know what they're, some type of clinic or something, when you go to donate to like sperm donors and stuff for people that are doing that. They're trying to scientifically alter people's eggs or DNA so that you have the perfect child. And I was like, there's too many people out here playing God. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. You just took the words out of my mouth. Literally.
It's just insane to me. Like, that's why the world and society is the way it is at this point. Like, and
unrealistic expectations. That's why a lot of marriages are crumbling too with young people. And it's like, people aren't getting married for the right reasons. And, you can't have these unrealistic expectations from people. You're already setting yourself up for failure, and disappointment.
Right. Then this is not how it was meant to be, folks.
Yeah. I mean, guess what else happens? Sometimes people get sick. Sometimes all of a sudden something happens and your partner starts falling apart. And then what? They're not good enough now. And then you just move on. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like unrealistic expectations.
Absolutely. All right, Tomboy. And that's what it is. And like I said yesterday, if Brian was the one that ended up being the actual killer in this situation, based on the things we've learned yesterday and over the past few years and what we've seen, in a sense, they almost created him if he would have been that person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way he's been treated his whole life and the things that he can't catch a break. So you can blame society in some senses for these. I'm not saying there's an excuse. It's not an excuse. There's never an excuse for anybody to be this way.
No.
But it almost, as the view of it almost seems to be that he was created based on society and the way they've treated him is all I'm saying. And you got to wonder how many other people that has happened to. It's pretty disgusting to me is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It is wild. So
it is. Mhm.
moving on with this young lady, should be highly ashamed of herself. And I'm not going to play this out like we did yesterday. We're going to probably scrub through some of it too, just to point out highlights and stuff and get to some of the points. But I can't listen to her that long. I'll just put it that way. I had to shut this down yesterday, not only because we were in here for 3.5 hours, but at that point, her voice was just making me want to claw my eyes out. And I was angry. Okay. With the things I was hearing her say and do, I was angry. And I don't like to, when I was done with this show yesterday, I was sitting over here mad and stewing for the 3 hours afterwards. I don't want to deal with that. So we're going to make it through this, and then we're going to jump into the Jack Tallman interview and discuss some other things in as well. So on
good.
we go.
Standing there, and then he came in and like he tried to talk to him, but he was talking, so he didn't interrupt him, but he like made his presence known. He just sat like down at one of the chairs in there, and all of them just like ignored him, like they didn't want to talk to him. And so then he just like looked around like all mad, and then he like stormed out. I don't know though. I didn't really want to test my limits, because I seen how, like, if it's not really his way, he gets mad. Like, even though it wasn't necessarily towards me, I seen how he.
If it's not his way, he gets mad. You sat and ignored him. That's not giving somebody their way. They sat and ignored him on purpose. That's a whole different situation.
Yeah, we were talking about how mean that was yesterday. Like how, you just sort of, they got cliquey and, and all band together, all them against him, and just began to do these really mean things.
He should be mad. What if he had something important that he had to discuss with the professor? No, this guy wants to kind of buddy up with all his students, all the female students being a weirdo. And no, I ain't talking to him. Watch this, that type of shit. You know what I mean? This is a joke. He should have been pissed, and he should have verbalized it. I would have.
It makes me think of it. I just have to say this. It makes me think of when I was in middle school, and I had a math teacher, algebra teacher, actually. And math wasn't my strongest subject when you start getting into algebra and stuff. So something happened, and I couldn't come after school. I had to babysit. That's what it was. And he's like, "You're going to come after school to, get help." And I said, "I can't today. I already have a commitment. I have to babysit." He's like, "All right, then. All right, fine. That's fine. Whatever." He's like, me and he's talking about this other girl who's like a really good student. He's like, me and Joy, we're going to have some pizza. We're going to do some algebra, like, rubbing it in my face, and just would never really help me from then on, had like this attitude. And, so, I mean, it's not the exact same thing, but to have a teacher, professor, somebody, especially in this situation, you know what I mean? Like showing the favoritism, kind of alienating and things of that nature is just not cool at all.
Agreed.
At all.
Very
so
much.
I know what that feels like.
Fully understand. Yes.
He was with other people, so I didn't ever want to really test it. I just kind of just like avoided at all costs, and so yeah.
And you said it happened, or several things obviously happened more than once, but just so I can kind of get some idea here, how many times do you think that he, just with like his positioning, like you mentioned in the hallway, how many times do you think that he physically put himself in a position to kind of like trap you in a corner or that kind of thing?
Well,
was that just the one time, or was that okay?
It was multiple times, especially when he was behind my chair, like that already, I couldn't go anywhere. Like I was just sitting here, and what am I supposed to do? Like boom, and, like bang into him,
yeah.
And so I don't know. He did that quite a lot, actually, and that's kind of why I was forced to talk to him.
Welcome, Kim. Thanks for joining us today, dear. Great show today, by the way, and thank you for being here.
So many times, because I would never have gone out of my way to like be like, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah.
It was just the times I felt like I kind of had to, so it wouldn't escalate things. I'm very much of a mediator, so
Sure.
I
Sure.
don't know, but also, I don't know. I'm like, that also could have made it to a scene where, I tolerated him, but also could have made it seem to where I didn't speak up for myself as much as I should have. But I mean, at the same time, who really knows how it could have gone if I did? So.
Yes, sir.
She was told to say that. She didn't.
Oh,
She
yeah.
didn't. When she says I could have not spoke up for myself as much as I should have. Okay, you don't say that because it's your choice. You're in full control of the way you choose to react to something.
Yes.
Now, if somebody from the outside criticizes you and says you should have spoke up, that's how she says that. I don't
Very much.
believe that's even her opinion. I believe that's probably the what's her face is Pendinalt or whatever her name is.
I just call her Pedicure. Yeah.
Pedicure.
Yep. It makes perfect sense. And I think she was spoon-fed most of what she said, Jesse. Honest and truly.
I agree. I just found that one comment
Yeah.
particularly obvious.
Eddie, like Eddie said earlier, it was almost like she was handed a script and said, "Here, read this." You know what I mean? Truly.
Well, they were
Mhm.
meeting with her. They probably just went over it with her and was like, "This is how this is what you're going to say," And I think they're just, to me, it seems like they're taking advantage of the fact that she's more of a introvert and the person who doesn't like conflict.
Yeah.
And probably, is more easily influenced when you're like that. So,
Right.
that is what I'm perceiving her to be like, according to the things she said so far and how she appears to be. So,
Yeah, it makes sense. It does.
yeah.
As long as I was telling my boss everything, I felt like that's all I really needed to do, not really interact with him.
Yeah, for sure. Something I meant to do at the very beginning, and I completely forgot it. That'll partly to this. How are you doing with everything? I mean, it's got to be pretty rattling to.
Yeah, I haven't went back to work yet. I'm currently in like a moving out situation too, and looking for a place to live. And then, yesterday was my first day back on campus, and I honestly did feel a little scared being here, like looking at my building, scared, like not really wanting to go in there yet.
Bingo. Simply, she said, "Boss, that's the culprit," aka Amelia. Yep. Absolutely, fully agree with that.
I'm getting the puke taste in my mouth when I listen to this. Oh yes, it's so hard for me. I wasn't able to work. I can't sleep.
Agreed, Jesse. Agreed. It's pathetic.
I mean,
and fake.
Nothing happened to her. Nothing happened to anybody close to her. It didn't even happen at her school. Yeah, she's being quite dramatic about this whole
Even
thing.
if it would have happened, Jesse, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just, it's so fake.
She admitted that she wasn't even thinking about any
Right.
of this until
They
this
put it
came
in her
out.
head. Right. Well,
So,
yeah.
And then they got in her head. Exactly.
Yesterday, in the part yesterday we watched, she said that I was like, this is not that serious. They're not that big of a deal, but they kept pushing these security measures and all these statements they were pushing on her. They made it what it is. And so therefore she sees it that way because she's obviously doesn't have her own damn mind, typical, but and then she created the narrative based off what they wanted her to do and kept it growing and became more attached to the situation in the negative side to it. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely disgusting.
And
Be your own person.
amplified. It's amplified for no reason at all.
You are correct. Definitely amplified on purpose.
Yeah.
And then the police took this and ran like the 100-mile yard with this. You know what I'm saying? 300 yards with this. It's ridiculous. Very ridiculous. I hope that every one of these people gets called out on everything they've done too at some point. I really do. I would love to be the one to do it, but it ain't gonna make no difference who I'm nobody, you know what I mean? But I'd love to see it.
When I listen to her speak and all those who sound like her up to this point, I think of also like the Dateline and other, documentaries or coverage of this. And the people who said they knew him or, you know, had contact with him at some point were fellow students. And, you know, they all seem like they're forcing, you know, I'm not going to try and validate somebody's experience, but to me, it seems awfully forced to say, like, he's creepy. It's creepy. The way we look at me, it's creepy. Like, come on. I mean, you know, I don't feel as though that's something that really qualifies for, you know, something that, you know, is going on the books.
Right.
That, you know, I just
I
feel
agree.
like it's manufactured, and that's my honest opinion.
Oh, it is. It is absolutely. I agree. Circus Music just said, why was the professor going to be on Anne's witness list if she was so rude about Brian? Was she on the defense list? I thought it had been flipped around.
Well,
Well,
her testimony wouldn't hold up under cross-examination.
well,
So
yeah. I thought it was on the.
I think if you force her to answer tough questions, she's just not going to be able to answer them.
I thought she was on the state's list. I probably am wrong then. And if she was on the defense list, probably because Anne was going to embarrass her, in my opinion, is what I would have imagined. If she was on the state's list, they would have shredded her, like Jesse said, as they would have done, in my opinion, with many people on cross. I would have imagined that would have happened, yes. Because they would have very easily, if we had the ability to find her rankings as a professor and critiquings and stuff, can you imagine what attorneys could have found? Like, they'd have shredded her. Really? You think this, and this, but what about all the people that don't like you? And the
I
things
wonder
you've
if
done to
Anne
all
was
your
able to
students?
look those people up that left those comments and bring them in to comment on her.
Right. Bingo.
Actually, Hitler probably wouldn't have even allowed that.
Well, you are probably correct, considering. Yeah, good point, bud. But yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah. You go picking around on somebody long enough, you're going to find something wrong with them.
Everything's going to come back at you. Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah, and
you
I
know,
agree with you too.
I just feel like that's just something it's absolutely designed this way, you know, to find something wrong where there is nothing wrong.
Right.
That's what I think.
But I mean, have to, like, it goes on, you know, he's not there, so I have no reason to be scared, but I still feel scared.
That's understandable, and it sucks. I mean, yeah, I wish there was something we could do or say to make you feel a little bit safer, but I mean, we are literally doing everything that can be done.
Yeah, and I did want to talk to you guys too. I wanted to reach out, just kind of once everything didn't feel so stressful since I am moving out and everything right now too.
Sure. Makes sense.
I'm glad that we did get to talk.
Do you feel, and this is like obviously not related to like this, I guess, do you feel like you have enough like resources and support from obviously you and those around you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially my boss, they have been reaching out. They've also been having a lot of Zooms and how to go about like reacting with like the new incoming grad students, you know, because he was a TA, like regaining that trust back, like, you know, like with the students and the employees, you know, like all that's very important because I'm sure it's not just us that's feeling like that too. You know, like he was an actual TA that encountered a lot of students, probably helped him too. And so, you know, they're all just kind of rethinking that. And then there's also been Zooms talking about like legal documents we might have. And then there's been Zooms talking about like just everything, you know, so.
Sure. And I know some of this is probably stressful to think about again, and it's obviously interactions with a human you probably rather not think about or remember, right? So I totally understand that. And when we're kind of honing in on some details, it's just basically because we're just trying to get a specific, so we make sure we have the picture in our mind, right? I kind of want to talk about or clarify, I guess, when you were going to go, was it outside to take something out, I want to say, and he was walking by the building and looked in there and made eye contact with you?
No, I was just grabbing my backpack. Like I was standing up to grab my backpack, and I normally always look out the window, and he was making eye contact with me. like through the window, like walking. So he was outside walking, and I was just, like, grabbing my backpack, looking
That
around,
must have been
making
so
sure
traumatic.
everything's, like, unplugged, and then the eye contact. And then he came in as I was leaving, and I seen him like look around like this, like in the hallway, and then he started walking the opposite direction, and that's when I just ran into the bathroom and waited like.
So we heard this yesterday. This must have jumped backwards. Welcome, Sweet Pea. Fatal redaction, welcome. Yeah, that's so fucking ridiculous, you guys. Come on. You act like he was going to come and stalk you, or like, this is so dumb. And she's not smart either, obviously. This, again, this to me feels, thank you, Ro, again, like this is what she was told to say. Honestly. Well, go ahead, Jesse. I'm sorry if you were going to say something. Or maybe not. Welcome, Sweet Pea.
Hey, how is everyone?
Hey, Sweet Pea.
Hi, Realize.
Can you hear Jess? Oh, yeah, it wasn't him. Okay. All right. On back.
To the building. Yeah, he was walking right there and like looking for something until he made eye contact with me, and then he came in the building.
Okay.
So.
And I'm just trying to get a sense of what it looked like
Yeah.
in there. So it's you three typically in there. What was Dan's last name?
Me.
Okay. And then real quick. Okay.
So I'm assuming Dan spelled. Okay. And what was her last name? And what position was she again?
She's the graduate program coordinator.
Okay. So she's kind of like the boss of the office.
I would say more of the boss of the office, just because she's the administrator.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, Dan would help Brian a lot. She helps all the grad students a lot with their schedules. She makes the schedules for the professors. She's kind of in control of all that, and I just help her out.
Sure. So would it be fair to assume that a lot of the students, not just Brian, are in there talking to Dan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was Brian in there any more than them? Not because of you, but to actually talk to her. Was he in there more, about the same?
Well, I mean,
excluding
he would never talk to me for 2 hours long. So I feel like, when they were in there talking for that long, I thought it was a little weird too.
Okay. So that wasn't common for people to spend that much time in there. Okay.
Especially not grad students, like maybe the professors,
Sure.
Because they had they're all friends, they all work together. They're more coworkers, to have those not work conversations, but a grad student, that's a little bit different. Like they're coming in there for help with like their schedule, or, like setting up like different classes, like what should they be taking, like here are these documents, I need to like take this test type of thing.
Yeah, Bubbles has a great point here. Here, she said, here's the thing. Even if I thought he was, guilty of this, none of these interviews from WSU have made me say, oh, killer. I'm 100% with it. Nothing about it makes you feel, I don't feel he sounds out of the norm from anybody, to be honest with you. None of this sounds abnormal.
No, and also they didn't think it was abnormal enough to call Moscow PD when they're looking for a killer on the loose. They never.
Not till he was arrested.
Yeah, none of these people came forward, so they didn't think he was the killer either.
Thanks, Jesse.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye-bye.
If we're still going, come on back when you're done. But no, I agree with you. None of this would have ever alarmed me to anything. I'd have never thought he was strange, nothing. So they are.
My thing is, she was saying how scared she was. Why are you scared if they already had him?
I don't think she was.
If he was already arrested and what are you scared for? I'm just scared. I'm really scared. Well, from what? If they got the dude and by then he was already apprehended. What is she scared about?
No, she's lying. I think she's reading that sheet said she's just reading notes from index cards. I agree with that.
Like, that doesn't even make
Absolutely.
sense. That just makes it, furthermore, just makes everything that much more ridiculous.
It does.
Well, and I think they're feeding into each, like her, girlfriend and that teacher, they're like feeding each other's fears and, catastrophizing this stuff when there's no reason for it.
Just like the statement she made where she's inside the building in the room and he's walking up to the building and makes eye contact with her through the window. Sit
Yeah.
down and shut up. That's so dumb and ridiculous. This is absolute bullshit. And I'm going to tell you right now, most likely that never happened. Okay. What actually probably happened is Brian was outside of a window, walking up to the building she was standing in, looking out the window, and he probably waved, and she waved back and smiled. That's the truth of probably what actually happened. But she took and turned that situation. They had her take that and turn that situation into something ugly so that it would play into this, is what I believe is actually going on with all of this, you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
That is my opinion. Do all of every instance she has spoke of that they have interacted in, I think is actually something completely opposite. Like the interaction where she said that he cornered her in the hallway. Okay. You can't corner somebody in a hallway. Okay. Envision a high school hallway or a college, whatever you want to put it. Okay. But envision your hallway in high school. You're standing in the hallway walking up to somebody and they're coming another direction. How the fuck do you corner somebody in the middle of a hall?
Well, and not only that, but if he's standing in front of you, say,
Excuse me.
move the fuck out of the way if he's being weird or rude. Like, you say, excuse me. If he doesn't move, then you get more aggressive.
But it never happened. That's the
There's
problem.
no
See,
way.
is
Yeah.
they probably stood there and had a conversation that she
Yeah.
very likely may have initiated. Okay.
Absolutely. Knowing her, actually, she probably did, honestly.
Bingo. And they're turning these situations into something dark and ugly to fit their narrative 1,000,000%, if at all. These things may never even have ever happened. They're just lies based on things that were written down for her. But I do believe if there were actual interactions, that every single one of them was normal and possibly very, very, very possibly initiated by this girl herself. These are just my opinions at this point, based on what I've heard. So,
And even if he was a little weird, that doesn't make him, out to be a killer, or, something more that needs to be repelled like the way they were repelling
I don't
him.
even, yeah, and I don't even care if he was severely weird.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care if he stood in the hallway and shoved his hand up his ass and stuck his tongue out at you. It doesn't make him a killer, folks. I'm just saying. Sorry for the euphemism, but I'm just trying to tell you, like, or the example I use. I'm just trying to make my point with this because it's so ignorant. Okay. And it's so ignorant that these people have grouped together and become this little Bash Brian patrol. It's insane to me. It really is insane to me that people do this. These are adults, mind you. This sounds to me like something I went through when I was in 7th and 8th grade, or even younger, 5th and 6th grade, maybe on the playground. Okay. And this is what we have going on in college, at the workplace, things like this. This is, 100% with you, UK. If I was her mother, I wouldn't claim her. I'd be embarrassed of her. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're acting like a clique, like a little school clique.
Well, that's what
we're gonna hang around and talk shit about Brian.
That's what they are, and they're being led by Professor Snyder and an assistant Professor Pedicure. 100%.
Absolutely.
Gross.
But he was just in it to conversate, which is weird.
Was it heated at all, or were they just?
Yes, bubble wrapped, super overly fragile. Oh my God. Oh no, they looked at me and I felt so scared when they looked at me. I thought my life was over. Shut the fuck up and sit down. I'm so sick of this. I agree with 100% with that. Excuse my language, but I am so overly sick and tired of this, you guys. I have no other words to put it in.
Well, and they're like acting like they're victims, and it's like, what are you trying to be? You really want to be one of his victims, like a victim of Brian, even though he didn't do this. Like, they want to be a victim in this. They're inserting themselves where they don't need to.
Agreed. And I again, I have to do this again because I don't want anybody in here offended by me because I'm not trying to be offensive. But you can only hold your tongue so
Trigger
much. You
warning.
got
This video includes sensitive and violent content that may not be suitable for all viewers. This video is for 18 plus only.
and if I don't speak how I feel in this, I'm gonna implode. I swear to God. I'm sick and tired of seeing people do this to other people. We're all human beings, folks. Nobody's better than anybody. But these women and these men that have this princess complex that think that they're untouchable and they're fragile and this and that, get over yourself, okay? Just get over yourself. Moving on.
Just talking to your knowledge, you might not know.
No,
what the
like
substance
she was trying to do her work too. Like we
Trying to
don't
get her
want,
leave.
yeah, but he just stood there, and like still making the conversation until we were literally time to go, like
Sure.
had to leave. And then she was talking to me like, I didn't even get any work done. Like, I don't know why he's in there. Like,
Was it a closed door thing, or was it just like standing in the doorway talking to her?
no, he wasn't even in the door. He was in the office, but the door wasn't closed.
Okay,
So he was like
gotcha.
me and you right now. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that's not
Oh, what was she afraid she was gonna get the cooties? Is that what it was? Because he was in the room with you? Grow up, little girl. Grow up.
Listen, when I was a teenager, when I was a younger person, I used to talk like a lot. Like I can still hold a conversation, but I used to talk a lot. And there were things that even as a young person, you might not even realize, sometimes that, that's there until people start to say that to you. Like she can talk, you can talk, whatever. So, I mean, but the way that she's explaining it's not even relative. He's just talking to somebody. She's trying to get her work done. He's talking because he probably just is not getting the hint. It's not because he has malintent. That does not equal malintent. Again,
Not even close.
it
Not
doesn't
even
even
close.
fit. It doesn't even fit. She just needs to stop. Just stop. It doesn't. You don't have anything, honey. You don't have anything to offer. So stop trying to make it work. Just
Thank
stop.
you. Thank you. And I agree with love and other habits. This girl seems to attract international divas. Amen to that one. You ain't lying. Such a joke.
typical and not normal, of the students at least. Okay. Would you say that, I mean, was there any other student in there more than him, or?
No, he would come in there a lot.
So just typically to hang out?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then that's when they would have the talks with him, like, it's not appropriate, like, you're here to work too, like, you have your own office downstairs, like, why are you just chilling here?
Sure, okay.
I want to make sure I get the name right. We probably have it somewhere, but I just want to make sure for my notes. So her first name is Dee. It goes by Dee, correct? And what's last name? And what's her title?
She's
or role or whatever.
She's the administrator.
Okay. You said she was kind of more the boss of the office, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there might not be the actual boss, but somebody who's.
Yeah, just kind of the. And what building and room was or section would that have been?
Well, we all shared, like, and then I think hers was A and down B.
In which building? What's that? Okay. We've already got some of this in here. When like the news kind of came out of what happened in Moscow, did Brian act any different after?
So Kiva means nice in Finland. Well,
It means apple and you.
Sounds like her mother must have been high when she named her then, because she obviously didn't hit that on the head. Yeah, it must mean asshole in America then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that?
I think that's when he wouldn't come in as much, honestly. that's kind of when he kind of stopped coming in as much. And, you know, we were like, oh, that's good. Like, maybe he's finally getting the hint. But then he would still find me and corner me, you know, so it wasn't like.
Yeah. And yes. And let me reiterate this too. I, of anybody, am sensitive to any woman having an issue. Okay. And I would listen. I do on a regular basis. Okay.
We know
It has
you
a,
do, Dago. We
that,
know you do, huh?
okay.
No
That,
need
that
to.
very much so. Yes. Because 95% of my audience is female. And uh, absolutely, you guys know that I adore every one of you. Okay. And I will sit and listen for hours upon hours. And I have this. I would know probably within the first 10 minutes. You're full of shit. Please leave me alone. I have much more important things to do. Go sit down and stop whining like a little baby because there's nothing wrong here. And I would absolutely, that is exactly how I would handle this because it's just bullshit. It's not real. It is 100% spoon fed, in my opinion, without a doubt. And I'll say it again and again and again.
And every
God.
time she says cornered, I actually get triggered.
Yes,
Nothing. I don't get triggered that easily, but I will tell you that it triggers me because I feel like it's not really. What do you mean by cornered? Where were you when this happened? Were you in a
right.
corner? Like, what does that mean? What are you talking
No,
about?
didn't
How
she
is this?
just say she was sitting at a desk? He's not. You mean he's standing at
Did he
your
stand on
desk?
your desk? Right. And lean down over top and hold you back in the chair? This whole
Isn't
spatial trapping is a joke to me.
and
You
isn't
know,
that how a student's supposed to be? Like, I'm gonna stand. Like, I mean, I'm gonna stand in front of you if you're at your desk. Like anyone.
yeah, for real. I've had, listen, it doesn't take much to say, you know what, I have to go. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I really got to get to wherever I got to get to, or I really got to finish what I'm working on. But maybe we can continue this conversation another day. It doesn't hurt to say that, right? I've had
No,
people say it to
You're
me.
not
I've had
mature
people say it
enough.
to me. Yeah, I've had people cut me off and say, you know what? If we just get into, something I really love talking about, it's no big deal to cut someone off. Don't take it personal, right? But they are not doing that. So
and
they're
you
not
know
even.
why I know she's lying? Honestly, because she's sitting here having this conversation right now, saying these things to the police officer. So if this really happened, you don't have a fear of speaking, okay? You would have told him, um, and suppose people these days are very blunt, rude, and to the point as
Mhm,
well. Would have said,
mhm.
"Excuse me, I have to go. I need to do something. Can you please move?" There's no doubt in my mind that she would have said that if this is a fact. So you're a liar. So stop lying. Stop playing into your little game with your friends, okay? And tell the truth. That's all you have to do. But
If
she
I
won't.
was if I was cross-examining her, I'd be like, "Girl, you need to tell us what you mean by cornering. Where were you, and what did that look like?" When I think of cornering, I think of somebody really close almost to your face. I
You
feel like that give you zero
yes,
space to move. Like you
yes.
literally,
And
physically cannot get out of that space.
physically blocking you in with the whole spatial trapping bullshit. I would pay a year's salary, folks, a year's salary to watch this girl get cross-examined by the defense. They would shred her like paper, okay? Because it's all bullshit, and they'd call it out the same way we are.
It just it irks
Probably
the crap
better,
out of me.
better.
Yeah, it
Trust
totally
me.
irks me because I know what she's doing. I know she's being dishonest. That's what irks me.
Yeah,
I hate that.
absolutely. Yes, welcome, woke up. I fully agree. Yes.
I feel like, it's just kind of when I was alone kind of thing. Because, again, once the advisor came in, he ran out. Like
he's getting caught or something.
yeah, like it was just kind of weird. Like you were just standing there for so long, not saying anything, but then when someone comes, like you're all scared and you want to leave. That was kind of just like and then she noticed it. That's why she was like, like if you ever need me to come in here.
Was he politely waiting his freaking turn like a gentleman and not
Probably.
interrupting them? And so he was gonna wait until they were finished to go in there? Like,
More than likely, because I guarantee you that right there never happened either. He didn't run out of anywhere. That's a joke.
well, they were ignoring him, so he was
Right.
like, "Screw it, I'm out."
If yeah, but he didn't. I'm sure he didn't run out. He probably just said, you know
No,
what?
no, he probably
Whatever.
just turned around and
I'm gonna
left.
go.
Like,
I don't have
yeah,
time for this.
I don't have time to wait. What this is? Yeah.
A joke. It's a joke.
Like just text me. Like I didn't even say anything to her. So
So she could kind of tell that
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
You felt uncomfortable. Okay. Was he like pleasant? Was he confrontational? Like in his attitude,
He
demeanor?
seemed very confident.
Okay.
Not very confrontational. Like
Very confident, not confrontational.
But
So
he's
you just completely contradicted yourself right there.
Yep.
There it is.
You just completely contradicted what you said. Period. Keep going. Keep telling on yourself there, princess.
he just seemed like he was very confident in the way he went about things.
You described him as arrogant earlier, but he had a little bit of an arrogance to him.
Yeah.
Was it toward any particular type of people more than others? Was it to everybody?
Well, I would say gay females, but honestly, I think it's kind of weird that he would never like, if he were to do that to her, like why wasn't he like that to me? Because I pretty much told him. I feel like it's just kind of when I was alone, kind of thing. Because again, once the advisor came in, he ran out, like
He's been caught or something?
yeah, like it was just kind of weird. Like you were just standing there for so long, not saying anything, but then when someone comes, like you're scared, you want to leave. That was kind of just like and then she noticed it. That's why she was like, like if you ever need me to come in here, like just text me. Like I didn't even say anything to her. So,
Is she referring to that
You can kind of tell that.
professor?
Yeah, it was weird.
yeah,
Is she referring to the assistant professor that told her to let if you need me to come in here? Is that who she's talking about?
I don't know if it's that, or if it's her, or if it's this D person, the administrator of the office, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to understand who she's referring to.
Yeah, because I was just wondering, because that would make sense if it was for sure
It could
you
be.
know,
It could be,
assistant
yeah.
professor. Yeah,
And that would make way more sense. I agree.
yeah.
It sounded weird. Like it was like there was like a cut or like a. It was hard to understand what's going on. I don't know if they cut something out or what.
Clipping or redacting something.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sandra. And Snooper, good to see you. This is a huge point. If this really happened, why aren't these women in on a lawsuit against WSU? I fully agree with that. That is a great point. You are absolutely on point with that. I'm telling you.
That's a great comment.
It
Yeah, how
is.
about that? How about that?
Very good point.
Felt uncomfortable. Okay. Was he like pleasant? Was he confrontational? Like in his attitude,
he
demeanor?
seemed very confident.
Okay.
Not very confrontational. Like he just seemed like he was very confident in the way he went about things.
You described him as arrogant earlier, but he had a little bit of an arrogance to him.
Yeah.
Was it toward any particular type of people?
Do you see how Ellie is trying to change this around?
Yep, he's leading her, leading the witness.
Is he pleasant or is he confrontational? No, well, he's very confident, and just very confident. So then he pops back up. Well, you said arrogant earlier. You're trying to force that right there, 100% trying to force that.
And then they're trying to force by this next question.
Yep.
Any particular type of people, which he already knows who he's talking to, who's in the room. This is totally reading. This is bullshit.
Yep. You are absolutely, because she pops right out with gay women.
Yep.
Bingo.
That we were all waiting for it, and he knew exactly what it was going to happen.
The joke.
That's that whole I hate women narrative, incel type situation.
Right. That's exactly what they're trying to force.
They're trying to support it. Yeah.
More than others? Was it to everybody?
Well, I would say gay females, but honestly, I think it's kind of weird that he would never like, if he were to do that to her, like why wasn't he like that to me? Because I pretty much told him no.
Because it's not about being gay. That's why.
That's why it didn't happen to you, because it's not a real thing, honey bunny.
But then he were to turn around and act like that. So, like.
What's it? Okay. All right. And did she work around there too?
Yeah, she had an office right by him.
Oh, right, like downstairs by him?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were like right by each other.
Okay, what was her title? Like, what did she do?
I think she was a TA too.
Okay.
She was another grad student as well. That's why I know her information, because I have to know all of them. I make little pictures of them, like names.
Yeah.
So, you know, kind of have to know everyone. I have their all files, you know, I file all of their information.
Okay. So he might have been a little bit more, at least by your recollection, he might have been a little bit more arrogant or condescending to females, especially if they were like gay females. That was the thing, he didn't like that. And you said he made a big deal about the like pride stickers or like flags or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Did he come in like to your guys' office and like pitch a fit about this stuff?
No. Adam told me that they were, you know, like I wasn't the first one he was acting like this towards, and then like, you know, she kind of just told me like that situation, and I was like, wow, like I didn't really picture him to be like that, you know, like so rude and aggressive, you know, like so close-minded, you know.
Sure.
So
you heard about that from,
yeah.
Do you know how she heard about it?
Well, I mean, they had like 5 meetings about him.
Oh, okay.
So
and this is like the faculty having meetings about it? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but why do you know about that if they had 5 meetings about him? You shouldn't be knowing about that.
That's because her and Professor Snyder went on a little Starbucks date to have some coffee to talk about it.
Exactly. That should be calling it a question as well. And I think 100%. That would have been destroyed on Cross as well.
We talked about that yesterday. Why is she being made privy to that information? That's not her business.
Not even close. Not even close. Which shows us that this was the whole plan from the beginning. This is exactly what they were trying to do.
Yep, you can see the nefariousness of it.
Without a doubt, yeah.
So obviously, we're probably going to ask a million things like how you came across the information as well, because then we can help follow the chain of who knows stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, Dee also told me that she has documented everything of like the complaints, I guess, against him. You know, and so she told me that she had also documented like everything I had said about, you know, like my interactions with him. You know, so
good.
Yeah.
Did Brian ever tell you anything personal about himself? When he would talk to you, or I should say talk at you, it sounds like. Like was it mostly small talk, like just trying to kind of like run the clock and talk to you, or did he ever like tell you anything about himself, or like what his hobbies were, or what he's doing, or that kind of thing?
I don't think I was ever like gave him a chance to do that.
Okay.
You know, but when he was in Danielle's office for like 2 hours, they were definitely like making some small talk about how, you know, he also used to live in Pennsylvania. He went to school there, like that kind of thing. That's the only thing I was really listening to, because I kind of just tune things out.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there it is. Their stupidity shows. They slipped up and let it out. Her name's Danielle. They were calling her D and then redacting her name. So her name's Danielle something. We now have that now.
Isn't that so crazy how they do this? Like, they're over redacted, and then sometimes they just give us just a little bit.
It shows how unprofessional they are now.
Yeah, they just don't care.
Right. Well, now we know.
Figure it out.
Like, I'm just there to do my own thing, you know, it's not really my business to listen, but
sure.
Just the fact I heard like Pennsylvania so many times, I was like,
Yeah.
But yeah, he was in there for a while, 2 hours. I remember counting it because I was like, you know, what is he doing?
Did you ever see him when you would describe him, or when he brought up a situation where he was kind of stressed out, or like under a lot of pressure and experiencing stress?
Just that one time that he was ignored.
Okay, so would it be fair to say that he was pretty baseline most of the time? Like he acted the same,
Yeah.
and that one instance is where you could really tell a big shift in his behavior. Was that one? Okay.
That's the only one I've actually witnessed myself, but yeah.
Okay. Do you know if any other than what you've already mentioned, anybody else that's witnessed kind of a change like that in him?
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay.
Were there any other things that may, like, after the murders happened, did anything else about him change, like maybe the way he dressed or his hygiene or anything like that you would have noticed? I'm not asking you to know everything about this person.
No, he definitely looked a little bit more tired though. You know, like he also seemed like, you know, like he would walk around like with so much confidence, like I was saying. But then like after a while, he stopped coming in the office as much, which is when I think back on it, like it was probably around that time, you know, because I remember Dad asking me if I was okay because of like, all this happening. And I was like, yeah, you know, obviously that's scary, but like I'm okay. I didn't know them or anything, so I didn't have a like emotional connection to it. It's just more like scary that it's so close, you know. But I noticed that he was like, he looked very tired, and you know, he walked around with so much confidence before, but this time he seemed like very like kept in.
Maybe because you guys beat him down for the first 2 months he was there. Who knows? I don't know.
Could it be that maybe his entire being has been deflated and you have literally turned him into a pile of nothing, and so he just exists now?
When did he get that notice, that letter of release?
It came out it wasn't released. It was
Or whatever it was from
it was in like an indefinite suspension until after it was once he was arrested.
Okay. So it was when he was arrested. Okay, because I was trying to remember. Because I mean, you know, he was under a lot of stress between all these teachers and stuff, and then you got the, you know, a couple students probably weren't dedicated to trying to understand or you know, whatever the reasons are, or being influenced, or you know, and he got all these people coming against him, and then he's losing his TA job, and you know, he's trying to get his PhD, you know, which is stressful in itself. And he's having a hard time making connections with people that share the same interests. I mean, you know, after people start, you know, treating you, you know, wrong. I mean, how more motivated are you going to be to continue to show up under all that duress?
That's what I'm saying. 5 different times they're speaking to him, and everything he does is wrong. I would be tired and deflated myself.
I'd be like, screw you, get like, bye, peace out, bye, Felicia. Like, I mean, seriously,
Right.
like, moving on. You know, like seriously. I mean, but then again, we also have to think about, one of the things I'm thinking about here is how he, you know, how you and I are going to process that is a little different. You know, was he processing it because of his autism? You know, how does that compute to someone, you know, maybe the way his mind is, you know, and how does he I guess filter those emotions and that understanding of what's happening? And I mean, you know, we don't know what type of effect that truly had on him without really hearing from him.
Yeah, and I see happy. When we covered the psych evaluation, Logan and I did it last week. We went over it. It absolutely proves exactly why Brian does what he does. When he does it, there's no doubt in my mind. And it's disgusting to me that nobody else wants to know that besides us. That's sickening to me. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Nobody even cares.
They don't, because it doesn't fit this narrative. It doesn't fit it at all.
Exactly.
You know, like, and that just seemed kind of weird, but then in my head, I thought it was just because you know, like the bosses have been giving him so many talks, you know, like he didn't want, like, you know, maybe it was actually clicking in his head, like, you know, he's making people feel uncomfortable, like you shouldn't just go and do that. So maybe I thought that, you know, it was finally clicking to him. He was just keeping to himself because that's kind of what he should have been doing this whole entire time. But, you know, now that you mention it, it was kind of like an abrupt, like, change in how he was behaving too, because, you know, they wouldn't have acted like that, but, you know.
So the new rules are that you're supposed to be a shut-in and keep to yourself and not speak to people, and that's what they want you to be. That's what he should have been doing the whole time, she just said. Okay. Keeping to himself.
That makes no sense. When you're in like your PhD, or even when you were like when I was getting my master's, like you're doing a lot of assignments with your classmates. You're working off of each other. No, there is no keeping to yourself, because otherwise you'll be accused of not participating, and you can't honestly learn how to deal with people if you're not working with other people. So that's just
agreed.
Yeah, no, that's not what he should have been doing. He should have been keeping to himself. That's
Trey's got a good point here. It's pretty much an all-female program. No dudes will be signing up after all this. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near this if I found that out. It's disgusting. but we have a male professor that instigated the whole thing. Sounds to me like the male professor might be a little, kind of jealous and not want any other males around. Maybe he felt it was competition because he thought he was going to get somewhere with some of these women. What a joke this is. Fucking people sickening. Sickening.
Also with the reinforcement given by the bosses. But then again, he also wasn't very compliant with the suggestions that they had for him either, so.
Do you know which bosses talked to him? Like, do you know who specifically spoke to him? Because you said it had happened at least 5 times, right? Or around 5 times.
Yeah, I'm sure that the chair had to be involved in all of it.
Okay.
And she's probably the one that made like the main calls. In my head, that would make sense. I'm not 100% sure, but.
Sure, yeah.
But
it would make
chair
sense. The chair is the decider.
Okay. Do you know?
Say again?
I wonder who the chair was.
Yeah, I'd like to know that myself.
And it's a female, so.
They all seem to be, except for Snyder.
Good grief.
Pathetic. Come on, mouse. There we go.
Excuse me. Other than what you've mentioned, like dual base, did you ever see him display any kind of bias towards anybody else or any other groups of people or cultures or anything like that? Or was it mostly just that?
That's why I thought it was so weird, because I thought, like, if he's gonna act like that to her, why didn't he act like that to me?
Mm-hmm.
That was just kind of the biggest thing I could think of. Like, like there's really not much of a difference except for maybe that she dresses a little bit more masculine and I dress a little feminine. Like you wouldn't just be able to pinpoint, like, I'm trying to justify it in my head, but it doesn't really make sense to me.
Did you ever hear him, or were you, or did you ever see or hear him criticize anybody else, or that kind of thing?
Just kind of what I was told, and that's why I was so shocked. Like, like if he's gonna act like that, then why wouldn't he like that to me?
Mm-hmm. Did you ever hear him or hear of him offering praise or recognition to anybody else for anything?
No, I think he felt very superior, even to his professor that he was TAing for. He felt like, it was his way. Like because even Mr. was telling me that he was like always late. Like he didn't really respect like the work that he'd given him like to do. Like he would just like kind of put it off, and that's kind of his job. And then he would just expect to come in whenever and like demand this and that, and like he would be like, no, this is your job. Like you're not even doing your job. So what are you doing? You can't just come in here and boss me around. So I felt like he definitely felt very superior of kind of everyone.
Okay. And then specifically after the murders happened, you mentioned he looked, or that was kind of around when he came into the office less, looked a little bit more tired. Did you ever notice him dressing any differently at all? That anything that would like stick out to you?
No, I mean, I never really paid attention to what he wore.
Okay.
But I mean, normally at work, you can't dress bummy, what I mean, like sweats, t-shirt, like you have to kind of dress somewhat professional because it's also a workplace. So
kind of like a business casual.
Yeah, like
slacks.
I honestly can't even picture what he's wearing. Okay. I never looked him up and down like that to.
Sure. Didn't want.
Yeah, I just saw
invite the attention
face.
of.
It was just the eyes. Like when he would look at me in the eyes, like it would just be like, oh, I'm gonna go.
Like it creeped you out, kind of.
He was very creepy. Like he gave me like creeper, stalker vibes, but I never murderer vibes. But I mean, it starts somewhere,
So I know it's hard to put feelings like that into words. Like when you perceive someone, or when you, I guess, detect it. This guy makes me feel weird. Like this, he's got some stalker's vibes. I know it's hard to put that into words, but what can you just tell me what specifically, as best you can, made you feel that way?
Him like looking to find me, following me around, cornering me. That just felt very like, I don't know, like he was like kind of like trying to, like he kind of already had known my schedule and like he kind of knew where I was going to be, so that already was like, especially when he was just walking outside, like, I don't know, that part really sticks out to me because like, I don't know, like you don't just go around looking in windows, like when you're walking outside, like you should be walking towards your destination, but the fact he was staring at me and then came inside, like that was his destination,
Right. Yeah.
That's what he was coming for. So that's what scared me. And my, like, I had never really thought like, oh, he's coming for me, like I gotta hide. It was just more of like, why did we make eye contact right now? Like, that's weird. Like, I'm just trying to leave. But then again, like, when I have been trying to leave, like, that's when he would, like, invite me to get coffee with him or, you know, something. But
was there more than one time that he, like, asked you out, for lack of a better term, right? You said he asked you to coffee.
Yeah, and then he would always be like, oh, yeah, like, we need to catch up about, like, neuroscience sometime. Like, I'll pick your brain, like, stuff like that. And I was just like, you know. But that kind of did seem like, you know, like, off time, you know, like, we should hang out, like, so we can discuss this, you know, maybe because he knew I liked that.
Sure.
So that was one way to, like, you know.
He was trying to make a friend. He's trying to make a friend. He's trying to talk about common interests. That is not weird, chick. What the hell?
She's weird because she thinks it's strange. That's the problem right there.
Exactly. And why would you're just assuming that because he went towards you that he wasn't going to go there anyway because he saw you? That you are so full of yourself.
Right. I don't think that ever happened, Skilla. I don't think she did run into the bathroom. I think she just made that all up to make it sound good, to be honest with you, because that's ridiculous.
Well, why would you run to the bathroom when he wasn't even near you?
Right. They say what? Yeah, that's dumb. That's one of the dumbest things she said. That's bullshit to me.
That one really pissed me off. Running into the bathroom, that really pissed me off.
Yeah, this is a good story, though. Too bad I don't believe it. She does. She does think very highly of herself, I do believe.
Yeah, she's so self-centered. It's sick.
Amen.
I don't know. I didn't really want to talk to him about it either. So.
Right. And I'm assuming you didn't really like know his day-to-day schedule. Would that be fair to say? Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess like the times he was in there with me, I knew that he kind of worked around the same time that I did.
Okay. So when he would be around, when you would be like either close to closing or locking up, that kind of thing, to your knowledge, was there any reason for him to have been there at that time? Like, would there be any legitimate reason for him being there? Like specifically kind of the closing time?
I mean, I never asked, but I mean, they have access to their offices, like whenever, you know, like they have a key to their office, they can go to their office anytime they need to do something. So even if he wasn't like on the clock working, you know, like maybe there was a reason he needed to go in his office, you know, like something I can't really question.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So.
But you're on the second floor, right?
I'm on the first floor, but yeah, he's in the ground. Yeah.
So to kind of back his question, is there any reason he'd be on your floor?
No, just to socialize, come in there,
Right.
you know, like
Okay.
it was just like he was there for no reason. That's why we had to have the talk with him, you know, that's
Right.
appropriate.
Okay.
But also I would see him around campus a lot, like especially later at night. Like he would just be here, like he would stay here pretty late. I remember one time, I don't remember what we were doing, but I had my lab at like 7 p.m. and I didn't get on until 10. I would see him sometimes still, like just chilling outside like of the building.
By himself?
Yeah, most of the time he was just by himself, and I would always be like, oh look, it's a creepy guy like that.
Most of the time. What about the other times? Was he there with other people? So make it sound good, okay?
And what was he doing? Because, like, as a student, I would stop after class and get my notes together and jot down things before I would leave, or get my. I mean, there's so many different things that he could.
He probably didn't have nothing else to do, you guys. He didn't know anybody that well. And again, she says most of the time he was by himself. What about the other times? Talk about those times. He was with this person or that person. The man knew nobody. He's from the other side of the country. Okay? Let's talk about. You don't want to talk about that, though.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about him actually having real conversations and having friends or talking with other people.
Bingo. Hanging out, have nothing really to do. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Maybe he doesn't want to go sit in a cramped-ass apartment. He likes to be on campus. It makes him feel good to be there.
I did. That's what I did. I love being on campus when I was in school because you kind of have a different focus in your brain. Like, it keeps you focused on what you're there for type thing. So, I mean,
could be, yeah.
Or you're waiting in between classes. Do you know how many times I've had to kill time between classes?
Right.
Or I'm waiting for somebody. I mean, you never know.
And think about that. With him not knowing anybody, to go back to that lonely, boring ass apartment and do what? Sit there?
Right.
And he's also a night owl. We already know that he's more prominent at night than he is during the day. He likes to be out and about, so on and so forth. None of this is weird to me. She's making it weird by what she's saying on purpose. It's absolutely all this is. So ridiculous.
Ask me for coffee.
Did you ever see him with friends or a group of people or? No.
He's very.
Did you ever talk about any of his friends or? No. So, as part of your work as is that right?
Mm-hmm.
How many? This is like a ballpark. How many students do you think you interacted with over the course of the semester? Like 50, 500? Is that like just any kind of rough number?
Oh well, on the list of people that we have, there's probably only like 50 of like the master's and PhD students together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've probably interacted with like maybe 20 of them. Like ones that especially worked as a TA in the office too. But there'd be sometimes like the students would actually come in, like Nate and her brother, and then Sean. He would be there a lot, but he also was a TA. I'm pretty sure he was. But I think like only like 2 or 3, 5 maybe like actual students that didn't work there. Like talk to.
Even I guess even students that were there as part of like their work too.
Yeah, that 120 probably. But
okay.
Just normal students that don't work there that I've never really seen before. Only like heard their names in files and stuff. Like probably 5.
Okay.
At most.
Did any of those people ever make you feel like the way Brian makes you feel?
No.
Or would you describe any of them ever make you feel uncomfortable, awkward, or anything other than like professional or the context of your work or studies? So of all the people then this semester that as part of that part of your duties and that you had contact with, there Brian was the only Brian essentially is what I'm getting here. Okay. Did the murders or the investigation ever come up when he was there after the murders happened? Was that ever a conversation topic, or was that ever a conversation he happened to walk in on?
No. I just remember Daniel asking me how I was doing about it, and that was kind of all we really talked about the whole thing,
Okay. So it wasn't like you guys didn't discuss it in the office and like come up with theories, and because it seems like everybody has kind of done that to some extent.
I mean, no, I think that's not like really work conversation,
It's not really, but it seems like it's kind of
but now
shadowed over a lot of stuff,
It should have been, but no, it wasn't. I feel like I try to keep it professional, like
sure.
There's a lot of like little things, we talk about, especially if it's, affecting like my mental, physical being, and obviously that's a conversation I need to have with my bosses, like the moving out situation, for example.
Sure.
Because it could also affect like my work and how I'm, doing as a person, so I feel like, but they would ask me, they were like, are you okay? Like, you look like you need to talk, like we're always here for you. And they always have been there for me, like even just with like telling me I need like, I should, have like that support with them too. Like, they're always giving me that support if I ever need it. Like if there's any way they can accommodate to me, like they always have. So they've always made me feel very comfortable and like to go to them if I like need any support or anything, just someone to talk to. But that was never one of the topics part of.
Okay. Well, it sounds like an awesome spot to work. Sounds like
they're amazing people. Yeah.
That's great. Why do you think this happened? Just what's your thoughts on it?
They're supportive
that the murders
to
happened.
anybody but Brian.
I mean, I don't know. I heard that, like he might have tried to pursue the girls and they kind of blew up at him. And, he took that rejection and turned it into something further.
Nope. Nice try though. No connection. Nothing. None. Period.
He asked her what it's crazy. Like he asked her what she thought about it. And and so he was like, so what do you think about the murders? What are your thoughts about it? Why do you think that happened? He said. And she's like, I don't know. Like, I mean, why did you say that though? Like
you always do that, and I don't know why. And it's like, and I think, well, I do know why, because they're getting the answers that they want. they're gonna get, oh, he was probably following and stalking and da 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 da, because
they're feeding them this. Yeah.
it's the same. It's all just same feeding the shit.
I think, if you're an experienced, law enforcement and you're doing these type of interviews, you're going to know by what, like, she's already said so far, whether or not that is something worthy of that question. She doesn't have anything to offer because there is no connection. There's no real connection to anything that's really important.
Right.
So, like, why even ask that? But whatever.
Very good point. Thank you, Ro.
You're going to get a lot of the same, well, I think that, that probably because I heard, like, that's a waste of time. Just cut it off. Like, why would you even ask that? Just cut it off. It's done. This person really is not adding anything good to this. Let's move on. But, when you're painting a narrative, of course, you want to go ahead and take and clip things and copy paste and, put everything together in your way.
Because that's one of my biggest things with Oklahoma.
Yeah. What's going on, Dylan? When did you pop up? I didn't. Is that Dylan? Did you just hear Dylan?
Yes.
Am I tripping?
I heard him.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
That was my fault. I was clicking something and it floated into the backstage. My apologies. Sorry.
I was like, is Dylan on the panel? Because
no. That was my fault. Sorry. About
okay.
That.
Okay. Good. I'm not crazy.
Thank you, JJPP, for that. Another towards our goal. Very much appreciated.
Maybe that's just my way of thinking about it, because I also rejected him. He also tried to, but I was nice about it. That's the only thing I can really think about. Like, I was never like mean or any kind of way towards him, but maybe they were. That's kind of how it sounded like it happened. And so, I don't know, that could have been something that ultimately saved me, not reacting like that towards him, keeping my cool composition throughout everything. But
that sounds like victim blaming.
To me, it doesn't really make sense. Like, good normal person.
Say again?
That sounds like victim blaming. She's like, I let him down easy, but those girls probably didn't, so that's why they're dead. What?
Again, there was no connection. He never even spoke with them.
That makes no sense either. Like, there was no connection. Not only that, but either way, it makes no sense. Like, one doesn't mean the other.
Yeah, and in a sense, Terry Dawn just said, so she's saying they're mean girls? I mean, what it sounds like.
Yeah, they're a clique. They're a mean girl clique.
Absolutely.
Do that, like, that doesn't really give enough of a reason to me to kill someone. Not that it's ever justifiable, but it just seems very, I don't know. That's the only, because, I did see how he reacted with the rejection, the ignoring. It was just a burst of anger. So maybe, like, he was very angry that they reacted like that towards him. They might have embarrassed him in a public place. Like, he needed to get back at them. I don't know. In my head, that's the kind of way I was thinking about it.
Okay. And just so I have this right, I meant to clarify earlier, who specifically ignored him when he flipped his lid and stormed out?
Everyone.
Well, the one time where, yeah.
No, it was everyone.
When he flipped his lid.
His professor.
Welcome, self-help. You need to turn the YouTube down in the background, hon, because it's echoing through.
Oh, gosh. Hey, can you hear me?
I can. Yes, ma'am. Welcome.
Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
It's been a dumpster fire my way here lately, but I wanted to jump on real fast. Just a little recap. Just tell me if I'm right. So when the dumpster fires started happening in my life over my way, everything was good, and Brian made the plea deal, or he took it back or whatever, and said he wanted to trial, right? So I went out, and then when I came back on to your episode with Eddie the other night.
Uh-huh.
So what's going on is somebody sending emails to the community and making people mad. Is that
It
is
looks
that
that way, basically. Yeah.
okay? And the G's have lost their mind, and some people think it's them doing it.
Well, one of them that was sent to Jules was basically kind of signed by them, per se. Whether it was them or not, they're at least trying to act like it's them.
Hey, Cat K. Yeah, I think I seen that one. I've been trying to catch up on all the episodes. I think that it kind of looked like the G's on that one. I also saw the one Jules did yesterday where they were calling her names, and I didn't like that at all. That is
That's
not okay.
that's the
So
one. That's the one that looks more like them. Yeah.
me too, agreed.
That
And
was
then and also that he's got a bad lawyer. Is that what I heard?
I got
Or
yeah. His attorney that he has for the PCR is somebody that belongs to a Facebook hate group, Brian Koberger hate group. So yeah.
okay, and then this chick used to be his teacher.
No, this girl here is somebody that he, I guess, worked in the school office was with as a TA, and she was a student, I guess, and she's basically just sitting here going on about everything he supposedly did, which most of us don't believe is it's all a joke. So
Okay. Well, sorry to interrupt, and thank you for updating me. I'm trying to catch up and love everybody. Talk to you later.
thank you, dear. Bye bye.
Bye.
ETA source with.
So, and this was in your guys' office?
Yeah.
I think, right?
Mhm.
Okay. He told us quite a bit, and there's obviously a lot of things this semester, it sounds like. And this is a lot of information that we've gotten from you, and that's awesome. Is there anything else that you think we should be aware of or know that you haven't already talked about?
Isn't
In my
this
head, I'm trying to remember everything because I feel like my mind.
isn't this
What?
isn't this BK Norton's girlfriend?
I don't know. I have no idea if there's a connection between the
I
two.
think she's in the room with her.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay, good to know.
I mean, that's what I heard. I mean, that's
Yeah, I don't know. That's the first time I've heard that, but I'll look into it to see
yeah.
if it is
Look
true.
into that to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's
Well, that would make a whole lot of shit make sense then.
yeah. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because that's what Jules said. Yes.
Okay.
I remember it was Jules. Yes. So Jules said yes, because then she ended up pulling up that interview that she did to show us a picture of what she looked like. So yes.
I
So
know.
that's her
I
girl.
know. I know that there's somebody in the room with her that speaks at the end of this that we're
Yes,
about to
that's
hear.
her. Yep,
Okay.
that's her.
All right, then that would make sense. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mind also was trying to block them out.
Sure.
But this is as much as I can remember. And
Okay.
I mean, if I can think of anything else, I'll let you guys know. But it just seems like, most of the things that I felt deep down, like scared, like worried, like something else had to be done about it. Like those were all talked about. So.
Before we forget to ask, did he ever, because in some of these situations where he like cornered you or like you were trying to leave and he wasn't letting you, did he ever like physically put a hand on you or touch you or like on your shoulder, grab an elbow, grab an arm, anything like that? I'm sure that would probably jump out at you if he did, but did he ever get physical with you at all? Or like maybe put his arm between like you and you could leave, like you kind of see on movies and stuff,
Yeah.
Any of that kind of happen or any of that stuff?
No, I mean, it might have been like one time, like we were just like talking, like you might have like done like that to me. I don't know. I feel like it might have happened though. But it wasn't like, like for too long or like extra hard. Like,
Okay.
But he might have just, like.
He was never like trying to control where you went or stop you from leaving or anything like
I
that.
never got to that point.
Okay.
I feel like it's because I never reacted in that way. I never gave him a reason to be like.
Here we are again, where they're trying to get her to create a situation once again. You know what I mean? Like they're really pushing this. I feel like, and now here she's like, well, he maybe might have. Stop it. Just stop. This is ridiculous.
It's quite simple. It's a yes or no question. Either he put his hands on you or he didn't. And they don't mean in a kind gesture way. They mean, and you would know it. So obviously that would be a no.
Yeah. See, they're trying to get her to say something of some kind of sort to show some kind of violence or some dumb shit. This is ridiculous.
Yep.
So ridiculous. Thank you, Self Help, for that. God bless, hon. Appreciate your generosity so very much. Wow. Unreal.
That, kind of gave in a little bit, but also avoided at all costs.
Got it. Okay.
Compromise.
Other than other names that we've already gone over, is there anybody else you think we should talk to about him or his behavior or anything like that?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I had a lot of talks with him, like that would just go on for so long. So maybe she remembers some like little details like that about him because we actually did, have those conversations.
Sure.
And then, because, I hope that she's okay. Like he actually was very aggressive and rude towards her. So, I wonder how she's taking all this because he actually did act like that towards her.
Mm-hmm.
But to my knowledge, that's all that I know.
Well, we'll definitely reach out, not only to you, but to the other names that we got from you. Did you know at all?
Me, no, but me personally, after, because I was the girl that, obviously she told all this to, and like I was there, and I didn't really know much, like I didn't think it was this bad. So I would definitely go and pick her up, like as soon as she.
Without a doubt, that is BK Norton.
I told
Without
you.
a doubt.
Voice, yep.
As soon as I heard the voice, I knew. Yes, that is exactly who that is.
I know. That's what yep.
Yeah, I'd never heard the end of this or any of that. So there we go.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yep, there you go.
Makes perfect sense now. Jesus, that's even worse.
Well, yeah, because all of this is, imagine, first of all, having your girlfriend in the room while you're trying to talk about a man hitting on you. She's not going to be completely honest. What if she really did like Brian? She would never be able to say, even
right.
not even like, not romantically, but even if, because he has a problem with her partner, that automatically puts her in a bad position.
For sure. Absolutely. That is her. As soon as she spoke, I'm like, oh, there it is. Yep. Yeah, I remember her voice. Good God. This makes this so much worse. What a ridiculous mess. BK Norton. I'm gonna have to show you. I can't really explain it to you, but
that's what Jules did. She like explained, like she had to bring it up and everything.
Yeah, this is not Brat Norton. Somebody completely different.
No, not Brat Norton.
Completely different. I'll show you at the end of this.
Started telling me that, and then she pointed him out one time when she was like, "That's him." And I turned, and I barely got a glance at him. But like later on, like I didn't really pay like much attention to him. But I think I had contact with him one time, but like it was like a weird contact. Like it was like, like how someone opens the door and like lets you go out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it kind of went. And like I didn't really think about it much, but like then later, like because it was just weird. I didn't even know like that didn't know that he was going to be involved in any of this. But then because I've been keeping up with the case pretty like heavily because I'm scared.
Sure.
So, and mostly after what she told me to, because as soon as he came out like that it was him, I had contacted her and like I told her all about this stuff. And now since I'm recalling like some past like, because I would go and visit her pretty often. Like
she would get out of class.
I would go and
she
just
would come say
visit
bye
her
to me before she left,
and stuff. And that day I think I had contact with him. I don't remember, but it was like after after my physics class around like 3 around that time that she's alone. So it was just weird. I didn't think about it much. I don't think it's really like a big deal or anything, but it was just like I felt like like it was just I don't know.
Something felt off is what you're saying.
It was weird that he opened the door.
Not necessarily, not anything. It was just him like opening the door and.
Say that again.
I said, how is it weird that he opened the door for you? And why are you scared? Because he opened the door for you. Idiot.
Because he's being a gentleman. Maybe they don't know what that is.
Yeah, I guess they don't understand that there are really men out there that have manners. I don't understand.
Right.
I mean, what bullshit. That makes me so mad. Like, I always appreciate when people hold the door open for me. Now it's going to be, what is that? Like, you're not allowed to do that now?
Right. Yeah, this is so ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Did he recognize you at all? Like, did he know that you were her?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you think?
Hold on, Diego.
It was like, it's.
So people in the chat, yes. So BK Norton is the one with the pride stickers, that Brian actually had the conversation with.
Right.
That's who that is. Sorry, there were so many people asking about it.
Yeah. At the
I
end
think
of this,
she
as soon as
is.
this part is over, I'll pull her up and show you guys who she is.
Yeah. But just so you guys know, it was the pride. You know, if you heard about the pride flag stuff, that was this woman here, which is this woman's girlfriend.
Right.
It's because like his facial features, like how she's specifying, that I feel like that's what like got me that day. Like that's the only thing that I basically can recall about that day is like the way that he looked at me, and like.
Did it feel like it was intentional, like he was running into you on purpose?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's why I feel like I don't think it's like necessarily like on purpose. It was just
more like happenstance.
It was a coincidence that it just happened to be that I was also like leaving and like he was also leaving or something. He was going somewhere.
Are you a student here?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you going to school for?
Sounds so stupid, don't it?
Okay. Yeah. And the reason I ask is that I don't know where on campus things are, right? So
Yeah.
Usually majors have their own little areas and stuff.
Well, mine, I was coming up from. I usually take the sketchy route. Kind of shouldn't take those routes anymore, but it was just it's because I just constantly made it a habit to go and see her when I had time and when I was on campus and heading out. And I had parked at the queue that day, so it was like the doors like to the queue. So it was just I don't even know. It's just too much.
It's just really weird. So it sounds like
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to be clear, this at the time it made you feel it stood out to you as weird or a little off. Not after like all this happened, right?
No, it was just
right then. It was just
in there. It was
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was like he was like kind of like rushing to open the door type of thing. And normally like me, you know, because of physical traits I give off and stuff, I normally don't get that. So like that's why it kind of stood off to me the like most is because like it was like it seemed like he was like rushing to kind of like push the door and stuff. Because in that hallway, like it's like the first floor is like ground. I don't know. I don't really know the building. I get lost.
The ground,
but
and then you go
yeah, so like hers is like down like this way, you know, like closest to like more like the library way, not the queue side. Yeah, so you know there's really nobody there. Like it was just like weird. Sometimes like people are in the. Is that where the building like the like girls' hallway is?
Yeah, it's like the like they have like the milking station, you know, like it's like they have like free tampons, free,
yeah, there you go.
Like it's like
that place. Nobody really is there unless it's like maybe you'll catch like one or two people in there. But like that day was like nobody was there. But like I don't even know. It was just weird. But like it was just a weird encounter, man, where he was just like opening the door basically.
Okay. But other than that, no, we didn't have any classes. We didn't.
God bless no.
Okay.
But yeah.
Get over yourself, sweetie. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Dumb. Oh my God, he held the door for you, and just because you have a specific physical appearance, what the fuck does that mean? He's supposed to know that you don't like men because of she's fucking stereotyping herself, you guys. How dumb is this?
And he sees a person walking towards the door. And so, I mean, as a woman, I've had a man, you know, kind of make a larger step to grab the door to open it for me. Like, I understand that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. They're not rushing to try to get a look at you. What are you talking about?
This is so dumb. Like I said, she literally just stereotyped herself. Okay.
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, right? If he didn't open the door and let the door slam in her face, can you imagine what that would have happened?
He'd have done that on purpose then. He'd have done it on purpose.
He would have done that on purpose because of who she is.
You guys are idiots. Absolute complete fucking idiots.
They're assholes. They're assholes, really.
100%. Jesus Christ.
Okay, clock on my phone says 4:14 p.m. and we will end this.
Well,
thank God. Thank you, Christy, for that again. Very, very much appreciated for all your hard work. Oh, I would love to talk to these people face to face and just ask them or meet their parents so I could slap their parents for giving birth to them.
Oh my gosh, if this was any of my children talking, I would be mortified.
My kids never would.
No,
Never would.
it wouldn't. That's the whole thing. Like, there's no way. Yeah, I blame the parents. You're absolutely right.
I mean, not all the time,
Not all the time, but let me tell you.
but it's quite often nowadays. Yeah.
And the core values, like, you don't think that that's just somebody being nice, opening a door for you. Like, come on.
Right. Very good point. Come on, damn this mouse is not working. All right, hold on. I'll show you who this ding dong dipshit is. 1 minute. Hang on, guys.
Jules did an update 30 minutes ago, apparently, they said in the chat. Let's see. Any ideas?
All right, I'm pretty sure this is who I always knew to be her. I can't find anything on hers of her own. Hold on. Just to give you a quick look at her. I think this is the right one. What the hell just happened here? Hold on. Right there.
Yeah, that's her.
Lana had her on one of her shows from before, but that's who I believe it is,
I think it is. Although
from what I remember.
her on there twice, because I thought she looked different in the one that.
She has darker hair in one of her pictures.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's her. Anyway, another waste of oxygen, in my opinion, because of the way they talk, think, and believe. These people are all just a joke. Sorry. And anyway, what were you saying? Jules did an update on something?
Yeah, somebody in the chat said that they sent you something that Jules had updated about her situation, maybe?
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I don't know. I haven't seen. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Moonlit. Hang on. I don't know why my mouse is not working today. 1 minute. All right. Hang on. I have a little bit of an update for. Give me one quick sec.
Jules post confirmed Gonzo email. So there is that what you're saying, that she's saying that it really was from Steve? Is that what we're saying here?
Oh, righty then.
Good day.
Let's see. Thanks again, Moonlit. So, let me move this.
Shit. The first sentence.
So it says, I have been sent info confirming the email address does belong to Steve Gonsalves. Reddit people have tracked it to his actual Twitter, and there were references found in the email sent to me that are things he has said in the past. Round, flat earth, random ass reference is one of the, is one, sorry, reference is one, is from Facebook. I sent info to the FBI this morning. Good, good. Because I
Thank you.
found something too. August 10th of 22, someone commented crypto OG on a site that sells your public info. What? Which follows name patterns. Lots of Steve's info is out there. He should use my sponsor, Aura, to clean it all up a bit. I love that's awesome, Jules. Good for you. It could still be someone impersonating him, but for now, I'm moving appropriately. Local PD will be next, along with more info being sent to the FBI. I also received a fake privacy notice from YouTube. These dumbasses still don't get. I don't click links from people I do not know and trust. Quadruple check everything. Thanks for all the support, you guys. Once again, I'm humbled by how truly amazing the people here are. We aren't here to bash Steve and Christy. I run my mouth this hard because enough is enough. Amen. And this actually is not about them. It's been years of the same bullshit. We are here for Koberger versus Gonsalves. It's honestly v lies. Honesty versus lies. We are here for real justice for Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan. And with that comes along with truth for Brian Koberger. The Gonsalves have fought against the cops. And this is a fact, you guys. In this entire investigation, hold on a minute. This is driving me nuts. Again, Christy, thank you so much for putting out the videos that you did and giving us those to be able to reference and refer to, as always. Have fought against the cops in this investigation the entire time, and I knew one day it would get dangerous. I have always operated like every move I made was pissing off the real murderers more and more, 100%. No different than if I'd have been able to complete my bachelor's and work real scenes or ever stepped into a uniform. Here is the link to the Reddit with work people have. I can't wait till Friday. Jules is joining us Friday on Mikey's show, The Last 24. We are going to be breaking it down, y'all. I'm looking forward to that one. To confirm this so far, I appreciate you very much. We will click on this link here in a minute. I have a few things to do with the boys today, but we'll be lively this evening. Either with a document read or an interview review or something new if that happens. Again, you guys have unexpectedly surprised me with your support. I appreciate that we have become here more than words will ever, what we have become here more than words will ever be able to explain. Amen. We love you, Jules, period.
And then look, here's her receipts. Like she puts pictures
Yep.
and she's got it all, and I love her. And this is exactly how you do
That's how you do it.
This is how you do it right here, people. You have to expose the stuff. You show receipts. She has no problem because guess what? She knows the truth. She's in the right. That's why she's able to do this.
Yep.
That's why we're all here. We all have the truth on our sides, and that's why we're confident.
And this is why we work together the way we do to support each other, because when one person gets hit with something like this, we all go into effect to try to work it out to make it, to point what's true and what's not. Okay. And these people, I don't give a fuck what you have done and what is happening at this point. See, this is what's disgusting to me. This is a family of a murder victim doing this shit.
Unbelievable.
The family of a murder victim. What should be more important to you? Finding out who truly killed your child or harassing a fucking YouTuber and their family?
For exposing said truth for their murdered child.
Right. Like, are you really honestly serious? To me, this shows who these people truly are. And again, like Harsh said on his video today, after some of the stuff that Steve said, he's like, I did feel bad, but at this point, sorry, boss. No. I mean, not his exact words, but basically what he said. Same thing I said the other day when he dropped that hard R in his interview. You people are dirty. You're dark, you're dirty, and shame on you. I can't believe it. I cannot believe, I can, but I can't. I've never seen anything like this, but I'm not surprised because of who they seem to be. And I'm grateful to Jules. God God bless you, Jules. I love you to death for doing this. We all have your back. We always have, and we always will. End of story.
And then
Oh,
did you see her video of how they brought in her children and all?
oh yeah. Yeah. We reviewed it.
Oh yeah, like that was insane. This person,
It's
which I
sickening.
guess is Steve, and then the fact that they sent somebody's photo to her, immediately I was so proud of Jules for calling the police, because those people's lives are in danger if they're
Yes.
making threats. If they think that she lives there, we're all just trying to find the truth. And then you have more innocent people getting involved because of their recklessness.
Agreed. And I'll be honest with you, that may have come from Steve's email, but I don't think it was him. I think it was either his wife or his daughter that did it. One of his daughters, possibly.
But man, the way he talks, the way he doesn't know the difference like between there, and there, and like two,
Right.
and like says like weird conspiracy shit. Like that's the kind of stuff that makes me think it's him. But then I don't know. It's hard. But
Right.
It
I
has
get it.
the same uneducated crap in it, that's for sure, and more of that bullying, condescending bullshit that the guilter, that they do to us. It's disgusting.
Right. And it at this point, it just comes off as absolute ignorance. These people are just stupid. I'm sorry, but you're just stupid.
It's evil. It's evil.
Yeah. Absolutely correct. Witchy, thank you. They are sacrificing knife search time for this bullshit. I know.
What they need to do is get their freaking heads out of in front of the camera and their faces into the damn documents and watching the interviews that we have spent hours doing, trying to get the justice that they should want for their family. And instead, they're coming out with personal attacks, of course, not addressing any evidence whatsoever. It's bullshit.
Nothing. So this Reddit post says, hold on. He has truly hit a new low with this one. One thing I commend Jules for is her honesty and speaking openly about, about being a domestic abuse survivor and protecting her family. She got nothing to be ashamed about, which is absolute facts. But the fact that they tried doxing her was absolutely fucking disgusting. I'm glad she did the right thing and contacted the authorities and made them aware of all of this and made sure that the residents of that address that they tried saying Jules lives at were aware of the situation. I mean, that's selfless in itself, making sure that others were not targeted. Amen. Name calling is one thing, but fat shaming a woman and trying to dox a woman who's done everything to keep her family safe from a domestic abuse partner. And I know this firsthand. I know what she's been through firsthand and how scary this was for her firsthand, folks. It was no joke. And the way that they have demeaned it and made it out to be something of made it a joke and played it down. It's not a joke. She fought this forever. Okay. And is still fighting against it to keep her home and her family safe. And you just put it off on the back burner and played it off as a joke. Fuck you and shame on you at the same time. That makes me sick. And it says, she's done everything to keep her family safe from a domestic abusive partner. And it's something I simply will not fucking tolerate. Same here. And if this has anything to do with Lana, a lot of people think it was because this is what she does to ask his Steve because she's trying to get an interview with him and she needs fucking dealing with. And I'm not saying it does or it did or it will. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just reading what this says. People came out in droves to let Jules know that they have got her back. This time, Steve's gone way too fucking far, doxing and then threatening a single mother who's done everything to keep her family safe after fleeing from domestic abuse is absolutely fucking pig disgusting. Agreed. There's no place in society for this type of behavior. He's a certified, I'm not saying that word, CUNT. Oh, I've emailed him and laid down some home truths and put him in his place. He's responded, and he didn't try fucking with me. I'm not a woman, you see, so he can't try bullying me, the piece of shit. We all look at Steve's shame. What is this? Hang on.
Oh, that might be her actual live from it. Yeah, it is.
Years old already, and then 15 years old.
Oh, yeah. Okay. For those that didn't see it, that's what this was. When they said the things that they said to her, which is still, it made me like pissed, like I wanted to fight somebody when she was reading this. And God bless her for being the strong person she is, because this could have broke some people, okay? Which is what I think they tried to do, but they obviously don't know her.
That's what they're doing, and they do not know her, and she knows how far, like, that was what she was talking about last night, which
right.
It's so awesome, is that she has come so far to let these freaking assholes destroy anything that she has built on her own, by herself, for her family.
Absolutely. And like I agree with her. If it's done nothing, it has been there's actually positive that can come out of anything. And like she said, if anything, it just made her realize how much more she actually has and what she has going on for her than what she did. You know what I mean?
No, I was like, I teared up a little. I respect her.
I did too. I did too. Because I know what she's been through. I've had actual, like, full-blown conversations with her on the telephone late at night, early in the morning, talking to her, making sure she's okay when she was going through this shit, checking on her on a daily basis for a period of time. Hey, you good? Is everything all right? I'm good, bro. Thanks for caring, blah, blah, blah. You know how she talked. And that's a real thing, folks. People actually need to care about each other. And we do. There are good people out here that actually do. But you have these fucking bozos that, in my opinion, don't even care about this situation. They care about themselves and themselves only.
Well,
and if you guys
person doxes somebody getting help for leaving their abuser, what
right.
the fuck? Like, how is that breaking any news? How is that even okay? I mean,
right. Now, here's something I'm curious about, okay? Going back to what she said in the beginning of this post. She said, I sent the info to the FBI this morning because I found something too. In August 10th of 2022, someone commented crypto OG on a site that sells your public information, which follows name patterns. Lots and lots of Steve's info is out there. That's kind of interesting.
that is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's trying to hide his shady shit.
There's something, yes.
He's putting up smoke screens, you ass.
And I think that might be why I'm starting to wonder, you guys, if this is what he's with the way he's acting, the way he is. It sounds to me, and we've said this, a few of us have come together on this. There's something he's hiding. Okay? There is something that's being hidden. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm very curious why. I think that's why this has to be the way it is.
I think they're trying to hide where he was the night of the murder.
I mean, it could be. That could be something.
He has had I don't even know, not that it's related to, I don't know if it's related to murders or not, but there's some reason why he is lying every single time he's asked what happened. First, he had to go to the hospital. Then he had to work. He couldn't get off. Then, Christy, I just want to sit here and wait, da-da-da. Like, you can't have all those, not all those are the answer.
Right.
So, which is it, or is it none of the above, which is what I'm going to say. I don't know what you were doing, dude.
Good point. Very good point. All I know is the truth will prevail no matter what happens. And at some point, I have a very strong feeling something big is going to come out.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, something's definitely going to have to be exposed with this.
I agree. Something's going to cut. And at this point, he is nothing but a coward. Okay? You're a coward. You're going to attack a single mother because you don't like her opinion and your feeling on something. Proving that you're wrong about stuff. You're a coward. There's nothing a man about you, in my opinion. I'm sorry. You lost that man card quite a minute ago, okay? Grow your sack back, take it from your wife, and become a man again. That's all I'm saying. If you can. That's fucking pathetic.
It's so fucking pathetic, and I can't believe that. Did he really think he could like get away with this?
Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. Welcome, Cody's mom. They do believe they can get away because they have, okay? Because of who they are, because they're victims of a situation, okay? They believe they can do what they want to do, and they keep doing it, and they do get away with quite a bit, okay?
Right. I mean, they're getting away with the threats with Brian too. So I mean, they're getting away. They got away with threatening Santa Claus. Although not that I'm worried about that, but I mean, all the things they get away with so much.
Well, and I'm saying I will apologize if it's not, and if it is wrong, of course I will. I do that. I know how to do that. Here's the thing.
Wrong. Yeah.
But if this is you're excuse my phrasing on how I say this, okay? But if this is you that wrote this email to her, a single mother that has struggled to hold her life upright for a long time, that has been through domestic violence and then some, fuck you, bro. You are nothing but a pussy ass bitch. You don't deserve the man card. You need to walk the fuck away and go sit down somewhere. That's all I'm saying. If you did that. Now, if not, if it wasn't you and somebody hacked you somehow and did this, my apologies right now. But I have a feeling I'm right because of what she just said. And if that's the case, you heard what I said, and I will not retract it. Moving on. That shit makes me so fucking mad. You have no idea. Let him drop, big guy. Take him from your wife. Be a man. Fucking joke. That makes me sick. You have no clue how angry that makes me.
Oh yeah. So not only are we saying the R word, we're making comments about women and about the way she looks, about how she is a mother, about her domestic situation, which none of this should be any of our business at all. Like, this is so inappropriate. And I do commend Jules for, coming out and, of course, showing her stuff, but she didn't have to do that. And it's really it's really messed up that she had to.
Are you kidding me? Did you hear what I just said? I'm sure
I know. Yeah, I know. Sorry.
It does. I don't care at this point. I've warned everybody. When I get angry, people know how I get. This is bullshit. You don't fuck with women first and foremost, okay? You don't talk down to a woman this way. You don't attack a woman's the way a woman, unless, okay, normally, let me say it this way. Normally, you don't. She didn't do that to anybody. She never one time
not warranted.
Anybody's physical appearance.
No,
or who they. None of that. Okay. Now, if somebody's coming at you on a regular basis, and they're attacking your physical appearance and doing this and doing that, and that's your response, I'll give you a little bit of leeway here because, I've said a couple things. Viviana. The Viviana, the one that likes to run her mouth better, I called her for fat's sake. Yes, I did. Because she doesn't know when to stop and shut her mouth when I've never said 2 words to her. So I did make those comments. You are correct. And yes, I call my ex-wife the creature because she is a creature. She's not a human being, okay? The things she did to myself and my children to push for me to have gotten custody of my children says a lot, okay? That is why I've said what I've said. And it sounds to me like if this is him, that he's either scared, angry, or both, and that's why he's flipping out like this. There's no other answer for this.
That's how all these guilters are, Dago. They are like they're so hateful, and ever since post-conviction relief, that's been brought up. People have turned a notch up and as we see, it's happening to all these creators. I mean, who knows who wrote that to Lana? Who knows?
Right.
I mean, they're these guilters are so scared of post-conviction relief that they're trying to break us up and they're
Well,
trying to cause us division.
that should tell you something right there. If they're flipping out, and none of this started until after Brian filed this, okay?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So that should tell everybody that they must be worried about something, y'all. Okay? Which makes you wonder, since you're so secure in believing that this is your guy, what are you worried about? What are you so nervous about? Tell me that, please. That it's got to push you to start doing this, attacking a woman that has been through hell, that has had to raise her kids on her own, that was physically and mentally, emotionally abused by someone repeatedly and then stalked by that person, had her life threatened. Okay? That you're going to attack that person because that person has been headstrong, pushing forward from the beginning to find justice for your daughter. And that's how you repay her. Again, you're not a man. If it was you, you're not. Sorry. Not even close.
And he considers himself an alpha. Isn't that
There's
hilarious?
fucking an
Isn't that
alpha my
hilarious?
ass. Alpha. What? Are you serious?
I know.
Alpha.
it's
Not no.
disgusting. I
You don't
know.
even relate as a beta to me, my friend. Sorry.
No, not at all. I mean, talk about a follower. He just believes what everyone tells him. That's no alpha. You're an alpha. You would put your face in the documents and do the research, like I said earlier, and fight for who really hurt and murdered your daughter. That's it. Period.
Yes, and you should. I agree with Moto. You should absolutely want him to go to trial like the rest of the world does to get the absolute truth out of this. Or are you afraid that you already know the truth and that it's going to come out and you're going to look bad for some reason? I wonder.
Well, you would think they would be happy because if he goes back to trial, he fully knows that the death penalty would be put back on the table. And so I think that's why
Brian welcomed it.
Yeah, I think they're even more nervous, but they should if they think that he's the guy, then they should want this. They should be like, okay, well now he's going to be put to death.
I think it's because they're gonna put a motion to stop the WSU stuff going on, which means no money for you. Sorry.
And you already blew all the GoFundMe money. Huh.
Yeah. Hope your vacation was fun. I agree that the truth will come out right there.
I think it's kind of come out sooner than they thought. And that's why they're pissed and why they're scared.
I have to agree. That's the hell of, yes, exactly, Missy.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, with bullshit. Trying to catch up with chat. Sorry, hold on. Hey, Dory. Snowball. Great to see you guys. At this point, I think it is all about money now. I really do.
Well, it certainly isn't about the truth.
Yeah. Jim says, I've been saying, I think he's trying to get into the same prison as Brian so he can get to him or something. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't. I know that sounds a little bit like a reach, but, I wouldn't doubt it.
He needs to be sued, or like how he put a gag order on his dang daughter, Samantha. Like, he needs an order against him. Somebody needs to shut him up.
Agreed.
Especially, did he like insinuate that Turvey was like a pedophile or something? What the hell?
He insinuated he was a sexual predator.
Yeah, what the? That I would have sued the shit out of him right there if I was Turvey. No, I mean, and again, the difference between Turvey is like he doesn't even say any names. Like it's just crazy.
Yep.
But
Agreed.
Brian is in danger. I really hope they keep him safe.
Absolutely. me see something here. Hang on. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Let me see what we got going next here. Good for you, Jules. I am super proud of you, girl. Super proud of you. All right. Let me move this around here and bring that down there. All right. 1 minute here. Hold on.
Yeah, Tomboy, we just read it.
Oh, yeah. You missed my snap out. You missed it, Tomboy. Hold on here.
Yeah, we saw it. No, it's the same one.
Yep. Same thing. That's what I just went off about. Hold on.
Exactly, Mountain Man. An alpha doesn't have to tell you he's an alpha.
Sure don't. They just do what they do.
Yeah, it's something that it's inherent within you, and it's something that radiates, you know,
Right.
all in how you carry yourself.
Yes. Yes. All right, guys. Welcome, Verity. So this next thing I want to hit today as well, while we have the ability. Hold on here. What is going on over here? Hold on.
Shannon's gonna be like, you need to stop, or I'm not gonna even talk to you.
I don't think Shannon is still their attorney.
I wouldn't think so. I mean,
Because in his interview, I don't know if anybody caught it, but he said, I think that's why he hates us. I think they split. Okay. Because of the way that he acts. And Shannon,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Shannon probably said, I cannot be your attorney anymore because you don't listen to anything I tell you and you make me look bad. So him saying that I think that's why he hates us made me believe that at that point that he's no longer their attorney. That's my opinion. I heard that in that interview and I was like, that's interesting. That's it. Murder has a wallet. Yes, ma'am. That's what it's called. That's funny as hell, Witchy. I love it.
Hashtag.
Right? All right. So this is only this is a short 15-minute, I think, interview with Jack Tallman. Thank you to Christy again. I want to break this one down too. And then from that point, we can just have a discussion to finish out the show. I'm just trying. These are ones that I have missed that other people may have gotten. Did we get confetti? Thank you so much, Witchy, for killing that that goal today. Thank you, hon. Appreciate that very much.
Yay. Where's
Very
Manny
much
at?
appreciated.
Has Manny come out today?
He has, but I guess he needs to come out again.
I don't know. I was late. I'm sorry. I missed that.
That hit our goal. There you go. Many thanks to you as well. Thank you, Ms. Witchy. Very much appreciated, dear.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, you guys are awesome. Hold on a minute. 1 minute. What is going on over here? Hang on. I got things doing weird shit over here. Lenny Mo, what's going on? Yeah, we named him Manny. I thought it was fitting. I liked it.
Totally.
Hello, Bomb Toy.
Hello, Bob.
Oh, hello, Dago.
Hey, girl. How are you?
How are ya?
I haven't melted completely yet. It's only 109.
Only.
She talks about this every day.
I
And we
know.
tell her the same thing. Same thing. You still live in hell, even though you tell us about this every day. I would have moved years ago. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I would go nuts. I would have melted. I don't know how anybody gains any weight living in Texas.
Well,
either.
I think the wife might get a little mad if I moved without her.
So have her go with you.
Take her.
Shane, it says that.
We ain't.
Say again?
I said we ain't leaving these grandbabies.
Make them all go. Shane, it says device is not connected. It won't let me pull you on stage, brother. I'm trying. Maybe go out and come back in or something. It won't let me do it, though. All right. Let's hit this interview up real quick. Get this one out of the way. That looks like is that a yellow fin that he's holding there? No.
I don't know. We can't see it anymore. Not that I would know, but.
Tom, I figured she would know.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
Tom, I would know. Yeah.
She's an avid fisher lady.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, she's been driving, so I don't even want her to try.
Well, she was at a stop. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's some kind of a
That looks like a striped bass.
striped bass. Okay. Nice size. Nice looking one.
Yummy.
All right. Let's check it out. Jack Tallman, guys, again from Christie's Chaos. Thank you, Christy, so very much. Let's do it.
Who was described as the sober bro on the night of November 12th. So I'm going to reach out to him and see where he is currently and what information he knows. He's at area code.
Oh, yeah. Is this Leslie again? Leslie Lehman? Yippee. Exactly, Rogue. Shane, it's still saying the same thing, brother. It won't let me grab it to pull it up here.
Hello? Hello, is this
This is
Hi, my name's Leslie Lehman. I'm a detective with the Idaho State Police. I'm sorry to have to call you kind of out of the blue like this. I'm one of the detectives assigned to the homicide investigation here in Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in Moscow today, right now?
I am not in Moscow. I'm down in right now.
Okay. The reason why I'm calling you in our interviews thus far, we realized that you were possibly the sober bro that night who was providing rides, DD rides.
I was, yes.
Okay. We're hoping to get some information from you. In fact, if it's okay, I'd like to ask you some questions right now if you have some time.
Yeah, no, that works.
Okay. So tell me, first of all, do you go by Jack or Jack?
I go by people call me as a nickname.
Okay, gotcha. So tell me about that day starting around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Tell me about what all you did, if you can recall.
So I started off my DD with dropping people off at the Whites, which are those apartments on King Street. And I know there's some type of party going on there.
Okay.
And then I'll just shuttle people from the apartments to the game and just to like different locations around Moscow.
Okay.
And then that's basically, I did that until around like 2 a.m.
Okay. Did you give any rides to any of, first of all, do you know who the victims are?
I do, yes.
Okay. Did you give any rides to the victims?
I did not.
Okay. So the whites on.
Thank you, Tom Boy. It's a yellow perch. I knew it was a yellow something. I do know a little bit about fish, not as much as her probably, but quite a bit.
King Street, that's pretty close to the homicide location, isn't it?
Correct.
Thank you, bro. And thank you to anybody that has chosen to support us this way, previous and future. It is so very much appreciated, guys. This is definitely going to help us to make our move to our new home. You guys are amazing that are doing this. Never, ever expected, of course, as I say all the time. But I want to thank anybody ahead of time or thank anybody that has previously done it. It means a lot to my whole family. So thank you all so very much.
Yes, it's probably a 10-second walk.
Okay. Interesting. So that's another fraternity party that was going on there, or tell me about what you know about that.
It wasn't a fraternity party. I think it was just a group of people getting together before the game, just having a good time.
About how many people do you think were there?
I'd say probably from what I saw, I never went up. I was just texting people I was there, but from my understanding, probably around like 20, 30 people.
Okay. So throughout the night, which bars were you typically heading to and from?
On Saturday, I only dropped people off at the.
Thank you, Moonlit. I am too. I hope everything goes through so we can stay that way. But thank you so much, Moonlit. God bless, and I love it, and I appreciate you very much.
Porter Club.
Okay. And how do they get a hold of you?
They texted me.
Okay.
Or called me.
And is that do they call this number, or do you have like a designated
Yeah, they
phone?
called this number.
Okay. And what car do you drive?
I drive a black.
So it's your personal car?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Do you happen to know the plates on it?
I believe they are.
Yeah, because
7 LU.
LU.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my guess is he drives a black
Do you remember who you
Mazda
gave?
of some sort.
Say that again.
My guess is he drives a black Mazda of some sort.
That's kind of what it kind of sounds like, yeah.
Rights to that night. Just so what we're trying to do is put together a timeline and where people were and when.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to remember?
To the club or just everyone in general?
Just basically in general. Are you able to maybe scroll through and say your text messages and say at this time?
Yes, I could do that.
Okay.
You want me to do that right now?
Sure, that would be awesome, and I'll just keep notes as you kind of go through.
Okay, let me just put you on speaker real quick.
Perfect.
Okay, it's going to be a long list.
That's all right. I have all night.
Okay, so on Saturday, I gave, and it gets really confusing because some people called me, some people.
Thank you, Rosie. Appreciate your donation so very much, dear. God bless, hon.
Text me for other people.
Okay.
So I gave a ride to his job at 5:30, which is after.
Yep, I know. Okay, sounds good.
And then I gave a ride to the game.
Okay, and that was, what time was it?
That was That was, hold on. That was about 5 o'clock.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
And then I gave a ride to the club. I picked him up at the club at 9:15.
Okay. And he's right?
He is, correct.
Okay.
And then I picked up. Okay, sorry, this is tough because I gave a lot of people different rides.
That's okay. And I'm not too concerned with making sure we get every one of them. It'll just be, help me out just kind of corroborating everything where everybody was.
And then I gave a ride to the club at 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
And then
I think that was the core.
I agree.
That's about when he went, and I remember him saying he took a ride share or something like that.
Yeah, the Sobro. Yep.
Right.
So that was basically the bulk of it.
Okay.
And then I also dropped off at the club. And picked them up at approximately 1 in the morning, I believe.
Okay.
And then dropped them off at the house.
Okay.
Mikey.
And then I picked up and took them back to their house.
And that is on campus, correct?
I believe it's technically off campus.
Okay.
But it's pretty on campus.
It's the one right there next to the Indian building?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Okay.
And there's definitely some I'm missing. A lot of little rides just to the game.
Okay.
Other than I gave a ride to the game. But I picked them all back up and dropped them off at the house.
Okay. Well, I'm going to straight up ask you, did you see any behavior that stands out to you as you sit back and look back on it?
No.
Okay.
Nothing nothing.
Okay. Nobody mentioned anything about maybe fighting with a girlfriend or they saw something weird?
I hope I'm not wrong for saying this, but I'm waiting to hear this dude go, or this guy say, "Dude, where's my car?" Listen to the way he sounds.
Yeah, he does.
Hey. No, I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I don't know, man.
These are crazy interviews.
No.
Okay. Are you familiar with the girls? I know you didn't give them a ride that night, but do you know who they are?
I know who they are. I know their names. I'm confident they probably wouldn't have remembered my name.
They would not have remembered your name?
No, I don't think they would have, but I knew who they were.
Okay. So just kind of more of an in passing. You're not friends with them.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't consider us friends.
Okay. Have you ever been into the house there at the scene, 1122 King Street?
Yes, many times.
Oh, okay. Anytime this semester?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that. Just kind of a generalization. Tell me about that.
It was just parties, just like a normal college party. Nothing crazy.
Okay. Okay. Since the homicide has happened, have you heard anything that you could pass along that kind of gives us some direction?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And I picked everyone up from the club, like everyone I dropped off from the club. I picked them up again, except for.
Okay.
He's the only person I never picked up again.
Do you happen to know how does he live at?
No, he lives in apartments next to the house that it happened at, actually.
Okay, so next to 1122. Do you happen to know how? Did he tell you how he got home?
No, I have
You have no idea
how he got home.
Okay. Okay.
Are they talking about?
Say again?
Is he talking about decor? Because
I think.
I don't know who he said, because he said whoever it was, he didn't give a ride home. So I thought that was interesting. But he lives right there. I wonder who they were talking about. Does anybody have Showalter?
Sophie thinks Showalter.
I mean, I know Showalter, yeah, because he ended up not getting a ride. But did he get a ride from him to the party from Showalter? Or did Showalter get a ride from him there? I was just curious. Yeah, Showalter. Okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he did say he walked home, and we see him turn, to walk. But so yeah,
Right.
Makes sense.
I'm kind of drawing a blank as far as any more questions. You've helped fill some stuff in. Are you going to be back after Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay. I might touch base with you again, just because you're obviously a sober witness to kind of what was going on. A lot of the issues we're having is, and here I'll be completely upfront. If you were to look at me, I in college myself, so I'm I give off that mom vibe, and I don't want to at all make you guys feel like the whole party scene and stuff like that is unusual. I was in college, albeit a long time ago, so I totally get it and I understand, and I want to make sure that as you're talking to friends and stuff like that, they're not afraid to come forward because of the alcohol, even marijuana and stuff like that. What we're trying to do here, Jack, is to find out what happened. So albeit the safety mom in me tends to come out every once in a while, but it sounds like you guys make good choices as far as having a designated driver, and I'm really thankful for that and grateful. But if it's okay with you, I would like to leave you and just with a possibility of reaching back out to you, maybe even in person when you come back after break.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. I understand.
Okay.
I'd be more than happy to talk with you.
Awesome. I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and break off the talk for now, but I thank you for your information and I'll be back in touch.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
These are some of the quickest fucking interrogation interviews, whatever you want to call them.
Leslie Lehman is worthless. Like, she's absolutely worthless.
She sucks.
Because she's ISP. Most everybody at ISP is worthless.
Absolute waste of time. Waste of time.
They're just
I feel bad for anybody that's paid for these interviews, too.
Yeah, they check boxes. That's all. They're just like, okay, I interviewed him. Check.
Yeah, exactly. What a joke.
No follow-up, no real questions.
Nothing. There's nothing there. Nothing. That was a waste of time. Good God.
I'd be like, why did Martha say that you drove them home? What would make her think that? Like, I don't even know.
Exactly. Exactly. Unreal. Truly and honestly unreal. God. This shit this every day. Every day. It gets no better. It gets nothing but worse.
I get that they don't deal with a situation like this all the time, like in bigger cities. But these investigators cannot be this
Yeah, but they are.
ignorant,
But they are.
stupid. I don't know.
Either that or they're putting on a real good damn show. I don't think it's possible that any of them are like this, but they're sure as hell making it look that way, aren't they?
Well, Van Leuven, he's a whole different story.
Van Loser, yes. This is just a complete disaster. Complete disaster. Any thoughts, P or Tomboy, towards anything we looked at today?
No,
No, there's not a lot to say about this stuff other than what is clearly evident, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, that lady is a liar, and again, the investigators are not investigating and asking the right questions. That's basically
There was no investigation. There was none.
So that's what we get from that. And the fact
Right.
they were trying to feed into her bullshit with those leading questions was even more just gross.
Yes. Fully agree. As far as this other stuff goes, I'm not 1,000,000% sure. But like I said earlier, if that turns out to be Mr. Gonsalves that did that, you're gonna hear worse things from me when it's 100%.
For
sure. That's in jail. What is that in jail?
It's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen.
If it's them or somebody they're affiliated with them and they knew about it, that's a federal offense.
Yes, ma'am.
First time or not.
They
There's
think
high
they can
school
get it.
kids that
Right.
send way less threatening stuff to people and they get in big trouble.
Big trouble. And
So why is he above the law?
well, that's the thing is they all think they are because of what happened to them. But at this point, no, you don't get to get away with this. You don't get to get, and this proves who you truly are. I have no respect at this point. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. My who I feel bad for, to be honest with you, truly and honestly, is Kaylee. That's who I feel bad for.
Well, yeah, considering there's a lot of things that we have thought about or suspected with her relationship with her parents, and as you can see, their true colors are coming out.
This is kind of proving it.
Yeah, it's like validated what we thought, you know. Yeah, I came here to say lock him up. I agree, lock him up. I mean, it's absolutely vile, disgusting, harassing, and there's no reason. He doesn't even know her.
Right. That is a fact.
And for what? It's not like they messed with the wrong person, because she's gonna keep going and she's gonna keep doing it because as she should. I would hope that she would, that she knows that she has enough people backing her.
Oh my God, yes. And then some.
Right. So.
And then some. Without fail, without doubt.
Can I just say that for people that defend the G's, I get it. I get why you do it. But you cannot defend this kind of behavior. How do you defend this kind of behavior?
And if you allow for this kind of behavior to continue and you still defend, no. Nope. No, you're no better at that point than they are. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
No better than they are. And I just can't believe that I just can't believe that you're okay with it. That's my biggest problem.
Well, you're exploiting your daughter's death in a way that is tarnishing her memory, her last name. I mean, all they need to be doing is talking about Kaylee, and they can't even say nice things about her. So what are we? it's just what do we expect? And they're spiraling, so I can't imagine what's going to happen next if he doesn't stop.
Yep. I feel like that's a good point because I feel like because it's allowed, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. That's my opinion. Well, and that's what my whole point is, AC. If it is, that's why I'm saying that's what we're saying. It is his email. So unless somebody hacked him and found a way to do it that way, and if it's not him, my apologies, for saying things that I'm saying. But if it is, every word I said is fact. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm just gonna cuss out whoever sent it, whoever
That's
it
what
may
I'm
be.
saying.
It's wrong on a whole different stupid level.
You are correct. You are correct, ma'am. And you should be truly ashamed of yourself, whoever you are. Truly. It's sickening.
I mean, look, come on,
You broke up. What'd you say?
the different creators, the letters and stuff. You have tried to call out several different people, and for what reason? I don't understand.
Agreed.
I mean, the only thing I can think of besides the fact is that it does deter us from talking about the case, but it's not going to make us stop. So, again, for what?
But it doesn't really deter us. It just throws a
They're
little bit of
making
a
us look in a different direction.
yeah, they're just trying to throw a little distraction at it for a few minutes, but it doesn't stop us. If anything, it pushes us harder.
Well, I know we all are rallying around Jules because that's what we would do. We were rallying around anybody that is being accused of something or whatever. It's not.
We're absolutely
We're right fighters here. We're all here for the truth, and we don't
correct.
expect anything less.
All you're doing is bringing other people together to stand against you. Period. And we're all here for that.
I don't even think he's going to get it. I think somebody said, "Why risk his 100 million?" I think he's spiraling, and he knows that his 100 million ain't coming.
I kind of feel that way, possibly. Too.
And so, I mean, and that would piss him off even more. His gravy train's coming to an end.
Right. I don't know, Witchy. That's a good question and a good point.
I missed it.
Very
What did
good.
it say?
Oh, the Proton email uses a Gonzo 0G, not the letter O. His other socials use O. Is Steve using both name versions or does he have other handles? That's a good question and a good point.
Well, he needs to get a grip on them other handles.
Yeah, and if it isn't him, then I would expect that something you would come forth and say, this isn't me. Whether you agree with her or not, you should still stand up if it's not you and say, no, I didn't do this. And shame the person that did. And you not doing that, if it isn't you, still says something, in my opinion. There's Miss Kawanda. I've missed you, dear. Been a while. Good to see you.
Hi, Kawanda. Yeah, about getting himself out of a bad situation. Yeah,
good
for
call.
Sure.
Good
I
call.
mean, that definitely too. I mean,
right. Good
he's
call.
obviously inserting himself and being mad for a reason. What is it?
Something has set him off recently. That's fact.
And it's post-conviction.
The PCR.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Relief. I mean, that's what all these guilters, they are on Facebook and they are heated. I don't know if that's how it is everywhere else, but I mean, they've taken it up to another notch with the name calling and things like that and threatening, and it's crazy. So I don't.
Whether they want to believe or they think people believe that they're not worried about it. Well, your actions speak louder than your words, my friend. So.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, I'm not worried about it. I mean, what? if he gets it and it's real, and somebody actually looks at the evidence,
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and if it wasn't him, you need to stand up and tell these people, okay, that's enough.
Exactly. That's own up to it.
Absolutely. Anybody that is anyone that sees this going on should be doing that if it's not you. Facts are facts. Unbelievable. All right, y'all. I think that'll do it then. I appreciate you guys joining us to go through the rest of that disaster and prove that it's obvious that it's not real, what was going on and why it's happened. I'm sure there'll be more of those in some aspects, and we already know what it is, so it is what it is. I do believe that the truth is coming out slowly, and I think that's why people are very edgy and unhappy right now, and will probably get worse before it gets better. That's my opinion.
Agreed.
So,
I
we will
agree.
continue on as we do, doing what we do. Again, very proud of you, Jules, for doing what you're doing and how you're handling things, and always got your back, no matter what, going forward. Thank you for doing everything you do. Guys, don't forget, Friday, Mike will be live with the last 24, myself. I think Jules will be there with us, and I can't remember if there's somebody else there, but if so, I'm looking forward to it. Always a great show over there. And then the very next evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Verdict Room Live with myself, Miss Logan. Kim will be back, and Mikey. And who knows who we may have over there that night. I don't know. Maybe nobody, maybe somebody. Who things happen so quickly around here, you never know. But I want to thank all of you for being here today. Thank you to my amazing moderators that were here. Tomboy, thank you for joining me. Sweet Pea, you as well. Jesse, everybody that joined us on panel, thank you guys so very much. Oh, we have Joff back from Joff is joining us again from Truth and Neurons. That's right. Thank you. Good stuff, Mike. So we're gonna have Logan, Jules, Kim, Joff from Truth and Neurons, myself, and Mike. That's gonna be a great panel. That should be awesome.
Sounds good. Thank you, Dave.
Yes, looking forward to it.
Great show.
Thank you. That'll be 9 or 9:30 Friday night, Mike, right? Yes. Good stuff. Absolutely, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Don't forget to love yourselves, love each other, and absolutely do not change anything about yourselves, because that is truly what I love about you all, is just who you are, being you. And thank you to anybody that may 9:30. Thank you, Mike. Thank you to anybody that may have donated to support us today. You guys are amazing. Please make sure to hit the like button if you will. Share this out. And have an amazing rest of your night, guys. I'll see you guys very soon somewhere. Have a great one, folks.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
The coffee's cold, the final stain. We laid the map out in the pouring rain. No hidden corners left to creep. The dark truth woke while the city was asleep. The evidence lines up straight and true. A perfect picture of what they chose to do. The quiet street erupts in flashing light. A reckoning delivered. cafe's empty, closed for the night. We put the darkness back into the light. We'll wipe the counter, set the empty chair, and wait right here for the next secret laid bare. Until the next one.